What's happening? What's happening? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. And when you come in the building, make sure that you jump in the comments first of all. Hit that like button. Let me know you in the building. And we gonna cook today. Yeah. My man, boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. What it do, what it do. And make sure that y'all go sub to boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. Man over there cooking it up. Yeah. Phil J 508, what's happening with it? Chef Boy ID, what's good with it? Andrew 100, what's happening with it? AJ 64, what's good with it? Yeah. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to talk about today. And like I said, don't forget to hit that like button as you come in the building. Yeah. The Queen Sheena is in the building. You got my man, Catman 785. What's happening with it? We got my man, Broderick Hunter in the building. What's happening with it? The Queen Cassandra Mason has entered the building, and she on time today. Anthony Johnson, what's good with it? The Assassin DLJ. Macados, Mac of the South. My man, Mr. Steal Your Chin. Yeah. GB Young Strike, what's happening with it? James in the building. Mike Ron. Let me see who else. Cheese All Out Fitness. Yeah. Yes, sir. And y'all smash that like button as you come in the building. Smash on that like. Hell of a weekend. It was a crazy weekend of boxing, y'all, for real. It was a crazy weekend of boxing. I bet Knockout ain't gonna come on here this week talking about he got all his picks right. Where Knockout at? Because I know I ain't get all mine right. I know I didn't get all mine right. I don't think there's nobody that can say that they had a parlay that got all their fights right this weekend. This weekend was crazy. Who Israel? What's happening with it? What's good with it? Yeah, this week was crazy. Hey, everybody know Chris Colbert body, son. After this weekend, everybody know his body, son. Hey, yo, Shakur know my body, son. Shakur know my body, son. Yeah, everybody know your body now. And like I said, as you come in the building, smash on that like button. Charles Granger, what's happening with it? AKA Hoop Session. What's good with it? Yeah. So Bone 5689, what's happening with it? Oh, Mike, what's happening with it? Yeah. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. You know, while we get people in the building. A lot of fights went down this weekend. A lot of fights. One thing I do want to talk about is I want to talk about, a lot of people probably didn't see this because it was yesterday, it was on a Sunday, and a lot of people didn't even know this fight was going on. But Lawrence Okolie fought, right? The cruiserweight. Lawrence Okolie, he's a top cruiserweight UK. And he fought Miguel Sheeslek, some white dude, right? And the reason I want to talk about this fight is not because of the fight. I want to talk about this shit because I seen the motherfucking most prejudiced, bigoted fucking that shit. The referee in that fight was horrible. Who watched that Lawrence Okolie fight? Put a one in the chat if y'all seen that shit. That shit bothered me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all seen that Lawrence Okolie fight yesterday with that fucking racist ass referee. Either that referee was racist or he got paid off. It's either one of the two. He was either racist or he got paid off. That shit was ridiculous. That man hit Okolie in the back of the head with about 200 rabbit punches, and the ref did not warn dude not one time. And then he had the nerve enough to warn Lawrence Okolie for holding. I never seen no shit like that. I'm talking about, and he doing it blatantly right in front of the referee's face. I'm talking about just hitting him over and over and over and over and over and over with rabbit punches. And the referee breaking them apart, warning them about holding, and ain't said not one warning the whole fight about dude hitting him in the back of the head with all them motherfucking rabbit punches. So I said, this motherfucking referee, the KKK. Straight up and down. It's either he got paid or he was just a downright motherfucking bigot. Straight up. It ain't no in between. It was either one of the two. And that shit was bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit was, the assassin DLJ says it was disgusting. Disgusting was an understatement. You know what I'm saying? Disgusting was an understatement. You feel me? Hold on real quick. You look like you blocked now. How about that? Hey, right? You look like you blocked to me because I don't see you in here no more. But anyway, what's happening with it, Batman? Batman in the building. And there you go. He ain't never on the wrong side. He always on the right side. And that's W right side, that is. Yeah. But yeah. So that shit was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? That shit was pitiful. And with all of them rabbit punches the motherfucker was doing, he still got his ass beat. So he had the goddamn neo-Nazi referee on his side, right? He had everything on his side, but it still didn't help him win. That motherfucker threw more rabbit punches than he threw just regular punches. He threw more rabbit punches in that fight than he did jabs. He threw more rabbit punches than he did hooks, than he did uppercuts, than he did straight rights. 90% of the punches he threw was rabbit punches. I never seen no shit like that. In all of my years watching boxing, I've never seen nobody that blatantly hit a motherfucker in the back of the head throughout the whole fight, right in front of the referee, and the ref didn't say not one word. He just act like he didn't see that shit. All he saw was the holding between the two fighters. He didn't see not one rabbit punch the whole fight. So you mean to tell me your white ass didn't see one rabbit punch throughout the whole fight? Not one. Shit crazy to me. That shit was crazy. But it was an ugly fight. Lawrence Okolie won clearly. You know what I'm saying? I thought he should have knocked what's his name? Miguel Chislek or whatever. I thought he should have knocked him out. But he had him hurt several times. But you know, he wasn't able to finish it off because dude was a dirty fighter. You know what I'm saying? He was hitting Lawrence Okolie in the back of the head, like I said, more times than I can count up to. He was fucking hitting him all in his thighs. He's just dirty. You know what I'm saying? Dude was he was one of the most dirtiest fighters I ever seen. Like I said, in all of the time that I've been watching boxing, you know, more closer to 40 years than 30 that I've been watching boxing, that dude was the dirtiest fighter I ever seen that didn't get no warning. Like, we see dirty fighters and the referee warning. But he kept doing this shit because he like, shit. It's either he knew that they had the ref paid off, because the ref might have not even been prejudiced. You know what I'm saying? He could have just been paid off. But if he wasn't paid off, he was definitely a motherfucking racist. Outside the box media, what's happening with him? So once again, let me know who saw that fight with Lawrence. My man Dwayne Freeman. I know he said he saw it, but let me know who saw that fight between Lawrence Okolie and the white dude Miguel Chislek yesterday. That shit was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. But boxing is getting out of control, period. Boxing is getting out of control, period. Every week we come in and we talk about these horrible decisions. Every week. We talk about horrible decisions in boxing every goddamn week. This shit gotta stop, y'all. And y'all hit the like button. 817 Boxing B. What it do? Y'all gotta hit the like button. Get in the building. Smash on the like button. Lee Dre, what's happening with it? What's good with it? Roger Hunter said he ain't have his glasses on. Yeah, I bet. Blood and Bone, what's good with it? Man, I can't even. I don't know what the. I'ma just click on you because I don't know what the hell you got as your screen name. But yeah, salute to you. Yeah, Josh, we gonna get into that Josh Taylor shit too. Knockout boxing, what it do? Boston George, what's happening with it? Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Y'all gotta get the likes right. Y'all gotta get them likes right. Yeah. But yeah. So let me check these likes and see where these likes is at before we really start cooking. Let me check these likes and see where we at before we start cooking up in here. Yeah. We got to get these likes up. Let's get these likes up. Hit the like button. You can't say you forgot because I'm telling you. Now, yeah, so this weekend, like I said, that was yesterday, the Lawrence Okolie fight. But on Saturday, y'all know we had a lot of fights go down on Saturday. Let me get straight into it. Let's talk about the Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. Let's talk about Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. Now, I'm gonna drop some links. So if anybody, because I know a lot of people, had a lot to say about this Josh Taylor shit. So, like I said, I'm getting straight into it today. We ain't gonna waste no time. So I'm gonna drop some links, and we can cook on this if I know who you is and you want to get on the panel and you want to cook on this. We're gonna be talking about Josh Taylor. We're gonna be talking about, my body son, Chris Colbert, and we're gonna be talking about my man Gary Antuanne Russell, that is. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm gonna drop some links, and if y'all want to hop on the panel and cook, we can cook on this. Yes, sir. I'm gonna pin the link in the chat too. There it is. The link is in the chat. So, so Josh Taylor this weekend, right? I don't know nobody that picked Catterall to win this fight. Now, one thing I did say is I said I was worried about how Josh Taylor looked in the weigh-in. I'm not going to lie. I didn't go and look at Jack Catterall. I didn't go and look and see what type of fighter he was. I just assumed, and this is why you can't do this in boxing. You can't just assume somebody is, a lower class or a bum just because you never seen them fight. And I'm guilty of that. I didn't go to check out Jack Catterall and see what type of fighter he was, so I just assumed that he was a bum. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I ain't going to sit here and fake. So I was just like, even though Josh Taylor looked like, he was dug up out of the motherfucking grave and put on the scale, I said he's still good enough to beat a Jack Catterall. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. I heard the name Jack Catterall, and I said, man, with a name like Jack Catterall, this dude ain't shit. This motherfucker just another UK bum. That's what I'm thinking to myself. He just another UK bum. He ain't shit. And that's why you can't do that in boxing. You know, you got to do like my brother Knockout do. Like Knockout will always go study these fights and break these certain fighters down. And I do too. But in this instance, I didn't. I just went off the name Jack Catterall and I said, yeah, man, he ain't shit. You know, and like I said, even though I was worried about Josh Taylor because the motherfucker looked like somebody dug him out of the fucking ground and put him on the floor and weighed in. The motherfucker looked like he was, you know what Josh Taylor looked like in that weigh-in? He looked like 50 Cent in that movie, All Things Fall Apart. You remember that movie when 50 Cent had to lose, like what he had to lose, like 100 pounds or something?
Yeah, like 175 pounds.
Yeah. That's what Josh Taylor looked like in that fucking weigh-in. The motherfucker was dead. But Batman, I said, yeah, it's cool. He's still good enough to be the motherfucking name with the name of Jack Catterall. I had never seen him fight. Did you ever see that dude fight before?
Jack Catterall? Nah, yeah. I ain't never seen him fight.
Yeah, so you know, I just assumed. But
he looked he looked himself though.
Yeah, but by the way he was acting in the weigh-in, he looked like he was ready. But a lot of times we see dudes in the weigh-in and they trying to basically hype themselves up and scare their opponent because that's all they got is to try to intimidate you. But Jack, he was game, and we seen that right off the rip. But more so than what I saw from Jack Catterall, I learned a lot from Josh Taylor. One thing I noticed in that fight is Josh Taylor has his distance and his spacing is horrible. Like his distance and his spacing is horrible. And I don't know if I just overlooked it or if I just never noticed that shit before. But if you notice, everything he was throwing, he was overshooting all his shots. His distance was some shit. Like his distance and his spacing and his range, it was horrible. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't fight he can't fight from mid-range for shit. For shit. Everything he was throwing, he was missing it, he was overthrowing it, so they would end up clinching all the time. And that's one thing I told you about that I don't like with Jamal Charlo. I told y'all, I said Jamal Charlo does that a lot. When he overshoot a lot because he don't know how to gauge his distance a lot. So he overshoots his shots a lot. And I said, I didn't like that with Jamal Charlo. Well, that's what we saw with Josh Taylor. And he ain't even, real talk, he didn't catch Jack Catterall with too many flush shots at all. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? Everything, he just couldn't get his fucking distance and range right. Everything he was throwing, he was overshooting it. And I said, what the fuck? How did he get this far fighting like this? That's what I'm like, what I miss? I said, how is he overshooting everything that he throws? You know, and that was really bothering me because he couldn't land nothing clean. Like, yeah, he was trying to rough up Jack Catterall because he was the bigger, stronger, more physical fighter, so he was pushing him back. But he wasn't landing nothing clean. You probably could count on one hand the amount of clean shots that he landed on Jack Catterall the whole night. So, with that being said, I'm watching the fight, and I bet on Josh Taylor. So I'm trying to make myself believe that Josh Taylor is doing enough to win these rounds. But so I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? How you try to make yourself believe when you really, really like somebody a lot, or you bet on somebody, and you don't want to see yourself lose. So I'm trying to make myself believe some shit that I know ain't happening. And at a certain point, I'm like, man, this dude getting his ass beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jack Catterall was landing all of the clean shots. He was landing all of the hard shots. The only thing that Josh Taylor was doing is basically he was making it look like that he was the one pressing the fight because he was coming forward, but he wasn't doing shit but coming forward and holding and trying to push Jack Catterall back. Other than that, he wasn't really doing too much. Blue Blood Sports TV in the building. What's happening with it, Blue? Blue said Josh Taylor don't get past 4 rounds with Gary Antuanne Russell. I wholeheartedly agree. And I'm gonna tell y'all why later on when I start cooking on Gary Antuanne, and it ain't even from what y'all seen. From what y'all seen from Gary Antuanne, it's about something that has a lot more than do what we seen in the ring with Gary Antuanne. But I'm gonna get in that later when I start cooking on Gary. Mad Chad, man, where you been at, man? What's happening with it? Salute. But yeah, man, I don't know if not Jack Taylor, goddamn Josh Taylor just had a bad off night because he just like me. I was looking to see what he was gonna say about making weight right after the fight, and they asked him. They put the excuse out there for him. They said, was it the weight that Was it the weight, that you had a very hard time making weight? And he was like, nah. He was like, I actually didn't even have too hard of a time making weight. He said that. So we can't make the excuse that he was just drained and it was the weight, because in another thing, if you go back to later in the fight, right, he was still pushing Jack Catterall back. So you can't say that he didn't have his legs under him, because if you drained and the weight is giving you an issue in the second half of the fight, you're going to lose your legs and you ain't going to have that strength like that to be able to push your opponent back to the rope. I don't know. I'm confused with this whole Josh Taylor shit, because I know he didn't fought some dogs. He didn't fought Victor Postal. He didn't fought Regis Prograis. He didn't fought Jose Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? He didn't fought Baranchik. He's fought some dogs. So I don't know what it is, bro. Like he looked like a complete different fighter, as far as, especially like I said, the main thing to me was his range. Like, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't fight from the mid-range at all. His distance and shit, and his accuracy is pitiful. And he got his ass beat. They gave him a gift decision. I figured that he was going to get the decision because of who he is and where they was at. He was in his hometown, but he clearly lost. He clearly lost that fight. Hey, this is boxing for you. What you got, Batman?
He was doing the same thing Chris was doing. Like, he ain't want to fight from the distance because Jack was accurate with his punches from a distance, and that shit was hurting him. So he was trying to get close, and every time he get close and throw something, he was missing, and he was overshooting, like you said, and he'll hold Jack, put him in the motherfucking chokehold, But other than that, man, it wasn't his best performance. I don't know what happened. He had better performances than that. Even when he dogged out with Regis Prograis going toe to toe, but that day, man, I don't know. I'm not in this camp or nothing, but it looked like, man, he wasn't there, and he lost. But man, that man a different color, so they gonna make sure, man. They need him, man.
And in hometown too, man. And was I missing something, though, Batman? Because I seen him fight other fighters, and I didn't notice none of that shit. Is it just that he had a horrible night or off night?
He probably had a horrible. They said he was coming off injury with his knee. He probably had a horrible camp. And he had a horrible night.
Right. Because I said, man, I've been watching Josh Taylor throughout his whole career, and that shit, I ain't seen him look like that. So I don't want to make no excuses for him, right? You don't want to make no excuses and say, oh, it's just because, he had a horrible night. But I never seen him fight like that, and it ain't like that. It ain't like that he was fighting bombs, and now he fights somebody that was on a higher level and he looked trash. That wasn't the case because we didn't see Josh Taylor fight the best of the best. So I'm leaning towards I'm leaning towards that he's a much better fighter than what we seen, and something was just off because he couldn't have got this far looking like he did on Saturday. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
because
saying?
his last fight was Jose, right? Jose
Yeah.
Romero.
So that was like what? About probably like what, a year and a half ago.
Yeah, probably a year ago, and he looked good.
Yeah,
Guess it
he
was a
did.
long layoff. I guess, like y'all say, with these long layoffs.
Let me see when it's last. And what's happening with it? Knockout.
Knockout.
Bro, I'm chilling. How y'all brothers doing this afternoon, man?
Man, I'm good,
Chilling,
man. I'm
man.
good. I'm confused. Knockout, help me out.
Man, look, that man Josh Taylor, he had his injury in camp or whatever. He seemed like he having weight issues, but he didn't use that shit as an excuse when he was calling out Tank Davis and calling out people from 135 and saying he beat their ass and shit before the fight. And he was talking all that Terrence Crawford shit before the fight too at 147. So he went out there, he got exposed a little bit. Number one, when you really think about it, you can't really find a fight that he don't get hit in. So his defense always been suspect, bro. Dudes be piecing his ass up every fight he have.
You're
Now
right
he'll
about
win.
that. I see that.
He'll win and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he'll be more aggressive and shit, and he'll land the cleaner shots, and he wins those fights. But it ain't like people get confused. Like just because you an undisputed champion, bro, that don't mean you've been dominating and running through everybody you've been fighting and shit, bro. And I think maybe because we seen him, have such a great resume, we seen him, what I'm saying, get all them belts. We just think that maybe he a little bit better than what he is. And people were trying to shit on me when I said I got him number 15 pound for pound and telling me how he top 10 and he this and he that, bro. But he a one-way fighter, bro. He very good offensively. And he didn't even show that last night or the other night, I should say. But then defensively, bro, everybody hits that man, bro. Everybody hits him, bro. Regis pieced him up. Jose Ramirez had success. Postal had success. We just watched Catterall piece his ass up. So I don't think it's a matter of us, you know what I'm saying, not him not being good. It's just that he gonna go in there and dude's gonna be able to hit him. And this was a guy that when he hit him, he was able to hurt him. And that changed the whole complexion of the fight. And as far as him moving up to 147, I need all my Josh Taylor apologists. Keep that same energy, bro. I don't want to see him move up to no tune-up. I don't want him moving up to no tune-up, moving up trying to get no soft touch. He was talking that Terrence Crawford WBO championship shit before the fight. He need to keep that same energy, and he need to either give Jack Catterall his rematch, or he need to drop them hoes, and he need to move up to 147 and fight one of the best in Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. That's all I want to see from him. But he survived, and boxing sucks because we done got to the point where a mandatory challenger can box somebody's ears off. They can win every goddamn round or damn near every round, get knocked down, make the dude get deducted a point, and they still lose. That's some bullshit, bro. Like, I don't like that shit. So at the end of the day, man, it's bad. It's bad for boxing that he got the W, and now he'll talking about he'll fight Jack Catterall again, but he got to be at 147. So I don't like that shit, man. But it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, Uppercuts Boxing Nation. What's happening with it? I see you in the building. Dundada, Mad Chad, Votes K, B Dog, Joe Jack.
Dundada, what's up?
And everybody hit the like button. Everybody smash that like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, love them down, Gaither. What's happening with it? Yeah, everybody smash that like button. Get the likes up. My man KG Alexander in the building. My man Zenith 360. What it do? Yeah, y'all smash the like button if y'all ain't hit the like button yet. Smash the like, get the likes up. My man Kwame in the building. What's happening with it? Big Texas
Kwame, what's up?
Cletus Smith. What's good? So check this out, man. I agree with everything that you just said, Knockout. But because we knew that he got hit, that wasn't a surprise to me. You know what I'm saying? When I saw that he was getting hit, I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He still ain't polished up on his defense because we've seen him get hit. We seen Regis had his eye looking like it was inside out. You feel me? So we seen him get hit in fights, plenty of times. But what I never noticed is the fucking his range, his distance. You know what I'm saying? Just it looked horrible, bro. He was overshooting everything he threw.
Yeah, he couldn't land
Everything.
that left hand. He couldn't land that left hand to save his life, bro. That he
Couldn't
kept
land
And
trying.
it's probably he ain't good. He ain't good against southpaw.
It's something because he couldn't land shit. And I said, God damn, this shit pitiful. Like it just started looking, you know what I'm saying? It was looking bad. And I said, ain't no way he beat all these motherfuckers that he didn't beat and got this far with offensive skills like this.
Yeah, you're right. His offense is way better than what he showed Saturday afternoon. I agree with that. But his defense is the same. He had a bad offensive night, but his defense, it's always been trash. So you right about that, bro. Like I
Right,
agree with
right.
that
It was the
wholeheartedly.
offense for me. I was like, man, ain't no way. Because I didn't see Josh Taylor get off. Like, I didn't see him, you know what I'm saying, from the outside, mid-range. I've seen him get off, and I said, man, this shit horrible. So, do you think it's a case that he didn't have almost a year layoff? Not quite a year layoff, but almost a year layoff, I believe. You know, so you think it's a case to where it's just that he let me see how to say it, that he's just not a gym rat, right?
I wouldn't even necessarily say that, bro. I'd say maybe he one of these dudes that's a road warrior. You know what I'm saying? All his big fights and shit been at home. I mean, been on the road and shit. Now he finally come back home. Maybe he was over emotional when he wanted to go for the knockout so badly, and so he got anxious and shit, trying to go for the knockout and not really fighting how he always fight. But I mean, it could be both. But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's still a very good fighter. He just probably got too over anxious in the moment. He was going for the knockout. Jack Catterall did a great job getting in his head, putting his hand around his throat at the weigh-in and shit. So it made him even more emotional. We all know Josh Taylor is a very emotional fighter. And so I think offensively, he just got over anxious going in there looking for the knockout instead of letting that shit come to him. And he usually, when he on the road, when he fought Ramirez and when he fought these other fighters, he let the shit come to him, and his timing and shit was much better. And this time, he just didn't let it come to him. He went in there, backyard and shit, trying to put it on for the fans. And we see people do this shit all the time. Look at what happened. Look at how Jamal Charlo just looked fighting in Houston, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes these fighters and shit, they don't look good when they fight at home, bro. So I think that could have something to do with it as well.
Yeah, but another thing is like why I said, is it because he don't stay in the gym, right? Could it be that he don't stay in the gym, so he wasn't sharp like that? Because some fighters, they can't take long layoffs like that. They got to stay active but he don't even have a lot of fights. So what was he doing during this layoff, right? What was he doing? Was he fucking off? Was he, you know what I'm saying? Did he just start training maybe 2 months ago to get prepared for this fight? Because his body looked like some shit too on that scale. So
yeah,
that
he
he
looked like he had a dad bod. There's some pictures floating around like
so that lets me
October.
know. That let me know also. Okay, well, what do you do on your off time? You don't look like that you in the gym staying in shape on your off time. And then you get in the ring and your offensive skills, right? Your offensive game look all the way different. You can't motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? You can't throw a ball in the ocean. Like that shit looked crazy to me. So, you know, I think that Josh Taylor, he needs to look at what he's doing, right, in his own personal life. Because obviously it ain't working on, you know, getting better and sharpening your skills.
Yeah, and especially, bro, and I know we got coaching, especially, bro, if you're gonna make that jump to 147, that shit different, bro. That shit different up there. Like, just go ask Adrian Broner what that jump is like, bro. Go ask Mikey Garcia, go ask Danny Garcia, go ask them fighters about that jump up to 147, bro. Like, you going there on this shit you been on lately. All right, bro. I don't shit. Tell me Josh Taylor fighting Butayev. I got Butayev.
Right. You
Like,
know,
that's where I'm at with his ass right now, bro.
You know, Josh Taylor looked a lot worse to me than Teofimo did. He did. He looked a lot worse because Teofimo was, you know, at least he was landing shit. He was accurate with his shit. You know what I'm saying? But he looked a lot worse. Coach, what's happening with it, Coach?
How you doing?
Oh,
What
man.
up, Coach?
Man, his legs look horrible, bro. Like his reaction, everything was just not. It was just off. It just wasn't like, you know, with a lot of people, Jack Catterall, he had a good game plan. His camp had a good game plan for Josh Taylor, though. You know, people don't realize, even though Regis was shorter, Regis made the mistake of trying to just bang inside. He was beating him up. That's how he swelled his eye up when he stayed on the outside and boxed Josh Taylor. This guy here, he pretty much kept Josh Taylor on the end of his punches, and every time Josh Taylor would try to bully him, he would just wrap him up. And his game plan was good, you know. So he and the guy can punch. The guy's strong too. You can see body wise, he's a strong guy. But Josh Taylor, he wasn't using angles. He wasn't doing none of that, man. He looked sluggish. His legs looked dead. He just didn't look right. I don't know what happened in his camp. I don't know if he trained hard. I don't know if this was just an off night. But I do know this. He lost that fight, and that guy deserved a rematch. I do know that. I don't care what nobody. I don't want him fighting nobody else. The WBO mandated him to fight Bud and all this bullshit. I don't want to see that. I want to see that guy deserve to have another fight. That shit is not fair. That shit is fucked up. And the judges, they need to fire all the motherfuckers and never let them judge another boxing match. That shit is horrible, bro. You can't stand up for no shit like that, bro. You know, and as much as, and y'all know, I'm a Josh Taylor fan. I think he a fighting motherfucker, but he lost. He clearly lost the fight.
Man,
he got
dropped. Shit.
A point was taken away in the fucking fight, and he still won. Man, y'all fucking tripping, man. That shit pissed me off, bro. Like,
he got knocked down too, coach. That's
what
I said.
He got dropped in the fight.
Oh, okay. I ain't hear you say that. My bad. Yeah.
Bro, that shit is horrible, bro. That dude put them fucking mitts on his ass. That's all it is to it. And they shouldn't have fucking did that shit, bro. That shit makes boxing fucking, it just blemishes boxing so bad when you do shit like that, bro. Because people, man, this shit is rigged. That's the way what else you gonna think? Especially to a casual. When shit like this happens, then you know shit is just, it makes boxing horrible. It makes people not want to watch boxing because if the winner not gonna be the winner, people don't want to watch that shit. If they just think people gonna give a fights to guys who got the most popularity, then it fucks up the sport, man. He fucking lost. He clearly lost the fight.
Now going back to what I was telling Money about when we was on here, we was cooking on the Devin Haney situation. When I was like, hey, Devin Haney going if he fight old boy over there in what is it, Australia? What Australia? If he fight old boy over there in Australia, I said he gonna have to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gonna have to shut this dude. He can't even have the rounds be close. It can't be no competitive rounds. Or he gonna have to, huh?
He gonna have to have a couple. He gonna have to have at least one American judge, though. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to just bring up all the judges from Australia or in that area.
Yeah, but
it don't matter. It don't matter where the court. It matter who giving them the paper, bro.
Yeah, right. Because see, it's like this. If I'm a judge, right? If I'm a judge and I'm flying over there, them judges can be bribed. They can be intimidated. They look at a stadium, right? And it's 70,000. And I didn't seen this shit before. It's 70,000 motherfucking irate fans in that bitch. Hey, who they gonna score the fight for? Them judges be scared a lot of times. I've seen that shit. Like I was
fucking this weekend.
I see people saying he gotta stop him. He don't have to stop him, bro. He just gotta he can maybe drop a round or two. That's
like
it.
So check this out. Like I was telling Knockout and Batman and everybody, right? When Oscar Valdez, when he fought at the casino, right? He fought out at the casino, and I said, bro, it ain't nothing but Mexicans and drunk Native Americans out there, right? And I'm not talking shit. I'm just telling the truth. I said, if they don't get that fight to Oscar Valdez, I said they gonna fucking destroy that whole venue. They gonna tear shit down. Didn't I tell you that, Batman? Remember I said so. Them judges ain't no way the judges was gonna score the fight for old boy. They weren't gonna be able to get out of that venue.
I don't know. I don't know. I think if Devin Hanley clearly beat him up, then nobody's gonna be complaining about it. If he clearly beats him up. But if the fight closes,
that's why I said them rounds. The rounds can't be they like it can't be where the rounds are competitive, but we see okay, Devin won the round, but it was competitive because if it's like that, they're gonna score for Kambosos.
All facts, yeah. Like Devin Haney got to be landing like 20 punches, and nobody got to be landing 3. And then another thing on this Josh Taylor thing, bro, and I'm glad you brought up Oscar Valdez. Bro, I'm tired of these commentators, bro. Body language is not a scoring criteria, bro.
No.
Like Andre Ward in the Oscar Valdez Consejo fight, oh man, Consejo, he has to show the right body language to let the judges know he's in charge. Then he did that shit again to Jack Catterall the other night, bro. Like, hey, you gotta have proper body language to show it's clean, effective punching, effective aggression, defense, and ring generalship, bro. Like they gotta stop that shit. You can clearly see who they want to win based on how they commentating, bro.
Yeah, Andre Ward on the payroll now.
Yeah, bro. Like he kept saying that shit, bro. That shit would drive me crazy. He must have said body language like 4 or 5 times on the back end of the fight. I'm like, bro, Jake Catterall is piecing this dude up, bro. Beating the shit out of
super chats. Let me get to these super chats. My man McClain off in that the Cash App, man. I appreciate you coming through the Cash App and showing love. And then my man Zenith 360, he says Taylor old coach McGuigan said the exact same thing I did. He said that Catterall won. If he goes to 147, he said he loses his advantage. He said it's not the weight. He says, in my opinion, Josh's advantage is strength, not IQ. Yeah, man, that's what it looked like on Saturday. And then Sheila said, what took the judges so long to come back with the scorecards? Because they was erasing shit, Sheila. They was erasing shit. They was making sure that because see, when you got a knockdown and then a referee take the point, they got to make their shit make sense on the scorecards. You know what I'm saying? So they get the erasing shit and placing shit in different places, and you know how I did. So when you know the judges is taking a long time for the scorecards to come in, 9 times out of 10, it's some bullshit that's finna go on. We see it all the time in boxing. And y'all get the likes up. If y'all in the building and you ain't hit the like button, hit the like button for me. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Smash on the like. But yeah, and then my man, Successful Hustler, he says, Consejo, he said, won 10 rounds. Fight was even worse. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. And salute to you, man, in that super chat. A lot of people say that. But, you know, my opinion, when I went back and watched the fight, I thought that Consejo won the fight, but I thought that he gave up a lot of, some of them back end rounds. He gave up some of them back end rounds, and knowing where you was at, knowing all the odds were stacked against you, knowing that they already let this man get in there, right? After failing the motherfucking drug test and fight you, you knew that all of the odds were stacked. You knew that they wasn't gonna let you walk out of there with that W. So you were supposed to fight that second half just like you did the first half. And he wouldn't really fight in the second half like he did the first half. He let up off the gas, and that wasn't gonna get the job done.
And not only
under them circumstances,
it can't be worse when fucking Josh Taylor got knocked down and got a point taken. Can't be worse, bro.
Right?
That was horrible, bro.
Yeah, that shit was horrible. But like I said, you was in his hometown, and he is the name. He got the big name, so. Yeah, it's pitiful that boxing like that. It's pitiful that if you somebody like Jack Catterall, you got all of the odds stacked against you. All of them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that shit was gonna happen to that Martin, your boy who fought Mikey Garcia. I thought that shit was gonna happen there.
Me too. You talking about Sandor Martin.
Shout out to them. Yeah, shout out to them for getting it right. And I want to say shout out. I know we probably gonna talk about this later to the Showtime judges because they did the opposite and they got every fight right on Saturday night. So shout out to them, bro.
They did. My man, B&B Boxing News. What's happening with it? Y'all go sub to B&B Boxing News.
What up, Q-Dog?
He says Taylor has now been given 2 gifts, Regis and Catterall. Now, Now, B&B, I thought that he beat Regis, and Regis is one of my favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Regis heavy, but I did think that Regis lost that fight. It was a close fight, but I thought Regis lost that fight.
I thought Regis won, but he faded at the end. That's it.
Yeah,
but
and then my man Zenith 360 back fight. In that super chat. My man Zenith said, he says, I knew Catterall was getting robbed when the scores took too long to come back. He says, even Bradley joked, damn it, it jumped on me. Hold on, y'all. He said, even Bradley joked that someone erases stuff. He says, Taylor did not win more than 4 rounds. So bad. He said, BBB of C investigation. Yeah, they need to investigate that shit. But y'all keep talking about the judges in this fight because, see, this is the fight that everybody watched. But the judges in this fight, they can't come close to the referee in that Lawrence Okolie fight. That motherfucker need his goddamn balls cut off. He need his nuts cut off and fed to him. Did you see that shit, Batman? I mean,
man, yeah, I saw that shit, bro. He was that whole tripping, bro. Every time he couldn't control him, that was a wrestling match, bro.
Bro, I'm talking about the rapid punch. Like this man.
Yeah, buddy kept hitting Okolie in the back of the head. Nobody got it was a bad. It was man, so.
What's the dude? What was the dude? The white dude, Shizlick or
Cizlak. Yeah, Cizlak. He was just a rabbit punching fool, bro.
Man, he hit motherfucking Okolie in the back of the head. Probably 200 and some times in that fight and did not get one warning.
Almost every clinch, bro.
The dude warned Okolie for holding. That's it.
Almost every clinch, bro. Almost every clinch he was hitting him in the back of the head, bro.
I'm talking about and I'm looking at the ref and he looking at the shit. He's staring right at him. And dude looking at the ref just bop, 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 bop. All in the back. I said, this motherfucker need his nuts cut off and fed to him.
But see, Okolie should have been fucking smacking his fucking ass back in the back.
Yeah, he should have, and he wasn't. He should have. See, I bet if he had smacked his ass back, I bet that referee would have started. I don't know. The referee probably wouldn't have said if Okolie had did it, he probably would have started taking points from Okolie and pretending old dude wasn't doing it.
Shit, I'd have fucking hit that motherfucker in his medulla oblongata, partner.
Damn,
man.
Not the medical, bro.
Hey, my man, Smooth Groove, boxing straight from that Oak Cliff. What's happening with it, Smooth Groove, in that super chat? He said, we doing more. He says we doing more that hitting the like. He said we doing more that hitting the like button over here. Oh, I think he meant Dan. Yeah, he said we doing more than hitting the like button over here. He said we really support the content. Salute Batman, Coach, and the whole ETB fam. He says, number Oak Cliff, see you boys at the fight. Salute KO Boxing. Y'all already know what it is. KO, you going to the fight?
Yeah, I'm there. Y'all hit me up when y'all get in the city, bro.
Yes, sir. Coach, you going to the fight?
I think so. I think I'm gonna be sitting in the suite, bro.
Okay. Yes, sir. We all gonna have to put something together. One of my
good friends and my frat brother, he the strength and conditioning coach for the Cowboys, so he called me and see if I wanted to go. So I said, hell yeah. Yeah,
we all gonna have to get behind the scenes and put something together so we could all, link up, go eat or something.
Yeah,
I'm down, bro. I'm down.
Yes, sir. Neil Sinclair said Okolie a horrible fighter. Okolie can fight. That was a sloppy fight yesterday. I think it was just because of the two styles. You got to think that dude was a dirty fighter. He wanted to get inside and get close and be able to, put his elbow on you, hit you in the goddamn hip and hit you on the back of the head. He wanted to do that's the type of fighter that dude is. So certain fighters, certain style matchups can make a fighter look bad. You know what I'm saying? It's always a fighter out there in boxing. Pretty much no matter who he fight, he might make you look bad. That's what type of fighter that was. So Okolie, he hurt dude a couple times, a lot of times in that fight. But
that dude kept bum rushing in because he was terrified of being in distance with Okolie.
Right.
Because every time Okolie hurt him with that right hand, he damn near went to sleep. So he was just rushing in, making the fight ugly and trying to wrestle the whole goddamn time.
Right. And my man, Mark Adan, Mark Adon says they need to force judges to have post-fight press conference. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through in that super chat. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because everybody got to speak, right? But the judges, they never have to give an explanation to why they did what they did. Make them have a post-fight press conference. People want to know, okay, how you see the fight? How did you score the fight 117 to 110 or whatever it may have been? You feel me?
That, and then also somebody, I still ain't get, nobody's ever given me a good answer. Why don't they make them all watch the shit on a closed circuit TV so they can all see the same angles and shit, instead of sitting on different sides of the ring and seeing a whole different fight? So one judge will see this punch land, but the other one won't see it because they all sitting in different goddamn spots. That shit don't make no sense to me, bro.
Well, I'm confused. Wait, hold on. Well, I'm Batman. Hold on. I don't know. I'm tripping now. I don't know what happened to Batman. Somebody take his phone. I don't think he know he on.
Yeah, I don't think so either, bro.
I'm move him out and then he can come back in.
What's up, Scotty? I see you, bro.
Let me see who we got in the chat. Man, the referee, like I see somebody said the referee was horrible this weekend. This is an ongoing thing in boxing now. Every week we got to go through this shit. World Combat says, he says, palm down means salute in military terms, so no one run the opposite way with it. I missed that one. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I see it. But salute to my man World Combat Sports. What's happening with it, Scotty? Yeah, man. It's just horrible. But let's talk about the Showtime fights, man. Y'all get the lights up. Y'all hit the like button. Let's talk about the Showtime fights. Let's get on the Asian dude. What's the Anka? What's his name? How you say it?
Anka
Haas. Yeah, Anka Haas. Who he fought?
He fought Martinez. Fernando Martinez. Yeah.
That man Martinez. Actually, Martinez was Marcos Madonna's fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He fight like
Martinez was Marcos Madonna's fighter, bro. And man, dude can fight.
Man, little motherfucker fight like Aaron Pryor, boy.
Listen, keep this in mind, bro. So they fighting down there at 115 pounds. You think of the fighters that been through there: Carlos Cuadras, Juan Francisco Estrada, Chocolatito. That dude Martinez, he set the record and broke the record for the most power punches landed in a fight at 115 pounds.
Yep.
That motherfucker fighting his ass off, bro.
Martinez can fight, bro, and he beat the dog shit out of Anka Haas. Anka Haas, bro, he looked like he aged right in front of our face. He looked slow. He looked like he didn't have no legs up under him. And I was listening to the corner, right? And the corner kept asking him, like, are you tired? Are you tired? Are your legs tired? And I didn't know what he was saying because he wasn't really responding like that. But he looked old, bro. He looked slow. And he was standing, I don't know what it was, but he didn't have no legs under him. Because if you notice, and I know y'all had to notice this, he wasn't moving. He was standing in one spot. And he just wanted to trade. Like, he didn't want to move. He didn't want to give no angles. He didn't want to back up. He didn't want to go forward. He just wanted to stand in one spot and just throw.
That boy was his energy with them.
Yeah, and he was getting the shit beat out of him. And I ain't gonna lie. I bet on Ancos to win the fight. And that's another one I lost. Because he got his ass beat. And Marcos Madonna, he looked like he got a fighter. Bro, he looked like he got one. Marcos Madonna got one. What y'all think about that fight?
Man, it was a great fight, bro. I too picked Anka Haas, but if you go look at Anka Haas, I think what happened to him, bro, he fell in love with his last fight. You go look at his last fight. He was fighting this Mexican that had a similar style to Fernando Martinez, and he was able to fight him up off of him. And he went in there and thought he was gonna do the same shit to Martinez, and so he tried to start the fight off by sitting down. But if you look at the first couple of rounds, he was boxing well. He was countering and shit. Looked like he was on his way to like taking control of the fight. And then he stopped using his jab and he stopped countering and shit. He got drugged into a war. and he ended up getting his ass beat by somebody that was really there to go to war for real like that. So I think it was part. You right. He got a little older overnight, but then also he went in overconfident because the guy he was fighting, Martinez, coming up from smaller weight class. He came in there and he hadn't fought nobody before. He's a replacement opponent, and so as the champion, you want to go in there and you want to show him that I'm the champion and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and that shit backfired on his ass because he ended up against somebody that was hungrier than him, somebody that wouldn't fold, and he ended up getting tired. To his credit, he didn't fold because it looked like he was on his way to getting his ass knocked out. When he stood in there and stayed in the paint, he just clearly ended up losing the fight, bro, because he didn't fight the right fight, in my opinion. The first 3 rounds, he looked really good, bro, with his counter punching and his boxing. Then he kept trying to bang with that dude, and you can't bang if that dude is anything like Marcos Maidana. Shit, you can't just sit there and bang with him. You're not gonna win that shit, bro. And that's exactly what happened. He ended up getting punched with power punches more than anybody ever got punched in that division in his life, bro. That shit was fun to watch though. So salute to him for putting on a good show.
Yeah, you right. And my man, a successful hustler, he in that super chat, he said that, yeah, I said that shit too. He said if Spence hadn't stopped Brook, the same results would have happened over there in the UK. I was saying that shit when Spence was fighting Brook the whole time. I said, man, I was yelling at the TV because I'm like, man, you got to get him up out of here. I said, you can't expect to get no decision. But Spence knew that. That's why he fought like he did. If y'all notice how he fought where he was like, man, I'm gonna just walk through this dude. I'm gonna just walk through him and break him down because I know I'm not gonna be able to get no decision over here. And yeah, that's what really let me know, like, this motherfucker dog. He gonna do what he got. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get the job done. However, he got to get it done. But
some people are saying, I saw somebody in the chat saying it looks suspicious that old boy didn't get tired. No, it didn't look suspicious to me. He just looked stronger, younger. He just looked, and he was on top of him. And yeah, if that's the case, you just say something was with Marcus McDonald or with Aaron Pryor, because that's how he fought. He fought like Aaron Pryor, except he don't sidestep as much as Aaron Pryor. But that little dude just was hungry, and that motherfucker didn't stop throwing punches. And
yeah, bro.
Once you get a fight on a defensive who's not used to that type of shit, they're gonna either fold under pressure or they're gonna just do what he did, try to fight back instead of using his brain. And that's what happened. The guy was throwing nothing but hooks. He hardly threw any straight punches. That dude threw nothing but hooks and went downstairs. That little dude he just wanted it more, and he showed he wanted it more. That little motherfucker didn't stop throwing punches, Jay. And he'll take one little deep breath and get right back in there. They'll step back. He'll take a deep breath and just start charging again. And he couldn't keep him off of him. And he couldn't hurt him. See, if he was able to hurt him, it would have gave him that guy some thoughts like, oh, that shit hurt. So I got to be a little more careful. He couldn't hurt him. So that's what he got,
Yeah, man. So this ain't got nothing to do with that fight. But was y'all all on here? Y'all was all in here when I re-showed the Spence versus Brook fight, right? Something wrong with your knockout.
What happened?
Y'all was all in here when I replayed the Spence versus Kell Brook fight, right? And we all scored it round by round.
Yeah.
Now, everybody we all see, this is why I did that, because you see my man outside the box media said Spence was losing the fight.
Hey, bro.
Now, we rescored that fight, and we had hundreds of people in the chat, and everybody voted that Spence was winning the fight. Everybody, even people that were saying that Spence was losing the fight before that, they came back, and when we rewatched it, they were like, yeah, Spence was winning. And that's why I redid the fight, because of that comment that my man outside the box media made right there. Said Spence was losing. There ain't no way he wasn't losing that fight. So I replayed it back.
Unless we might have been one round off. That was it.
That was it. We all had the same scorecards, and like my man said, we was like at the most one round off. But yeah, that's exactly why, I wanted to start doing things like that, replaying certain fights. You know what I'm saying? He says bullshit. 100 people jump. I'm not jumping. It had nothing to do with that. You missed the whole point. I just said that it ain't got nothing to do with bias, bruh. What is you talking about? He said sounds biased. No, it has to do that we all watched the fight. And everybody can clearly see that Spence won the fight.
But how about this? How about this? He's saying all that. It don't fucking matter. He stopped him. That's it.
Right.
So that's it. He stopped him. So it don't fucking matter. If he was losing, he stopped that bitch. He broke his fucking eye socket and he stopped him. Nah, that's it.
And if we want to go based off of facts, so all the I scored if I had Spence winning too. But if you don't want to agree with us, you don't want to agree with the chat, that's cool, bro. All three judges' scorecards had Spence up at the time of stoppage too. One of them had it 97-92, one of them had it 96-93, and one of them had it 95-94. So everyone disagrees with you, bro. But your opinion is your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do, but the people that matter and a lot of people are telling you you're wrong. But you know.
If I was biased, right, I wouldn't have replayed the fight. I would have just been like, man, Spence won, and that was it. I replayed the fight so we could all watch it, and so we could all watch it. I had different people on the panel, and we could all score. You know what I'm saying? We stopped it. We stopped each round, and we all gave our individual score and why. So it ain't got nothing to do with bias. If it's bias, I wouldn't even do that. I'm gonna just be like, it is what it is. That's it. But anyway, moving along. So yeah, that was a hell of a fight though. That Ankars and Martinez, man, that was a hell of a fight. What did you think about that fight, Batman?
Man, that was the best fight on the card. Because it was at first it was a good matchup till Martinez started outwilling the Filipino boy. And
wait, hold on.
I knew you were about to say something.
I hate to cut you off. You see, in outside the box media, you my guy. I fuck with outside the box media. Y'all go subscribe to outside the box media. You know what I'm saying? Go sub to him, show him some love, support him. But this is why we cooked your ass. Hold on. This is why we cooked your ass when you got on the panel the other day. For shit like this. My man said GGG broke his eye socket. Spence ain't do shit but targeted. Well, newsflash, it was two separate eye sockets. Let's move on. That's why you got cooked the other day for comments like that, bro.
Hold on, let me say one thing. Outside the box. Unless that motherfucker is a Cyclops, he broke the other one, motherfucker. He ain't break the one GGG broke. Unless he a fucking Cyclops. And I don't think that motherfucker Cyclops, because I ain't never seen a Cyclops box before.
I saw Keith's face right when he read that comment. He couldn't hold off.
I couldn't hold my bad, Batman. I apologize, man. I couldn't hold off, man.
That's all right.
He getting me off my pivot, man. He up in here saying crazy shit, getting me off my pivot. Let Batman go ahead and cook.
Nah, I was saying that the Filipino boy, man, that's all he had to do was throw 1-2. The whole time he would never miss. Every time he was throwing the 1-2, he was touching him. But if he would have just went jab, brick, I think he'd have been in a better space. But he let that boy walk him down, man. I guess he wanted it more. He wanted to be Martinez wanted to be champion. But
I ain't gonna lie.
That's what you had to say, Coach. That's all I had to say. But that was the best fight of the night for real. Competitive fight.
Yeah, it was a hell of a fight. I ain't gonna say it was the best fight of the night, but it could have been. Maybe I'm just being biased, but it could have been. And salute to Big Drew Titan LLC in the building. What's happening with it?
Drew.
But it was a hell of a fight though. But like I said, I saw one man, you know what I'm saying? I saw one man being aggressive and the other man was a punching bag. Because motherfucking Ankars, man, that dude was getting hit. Man, I could have, the way he was fighting, god damn. I could have whooped him. The motherfucker was just standing there like his fucking feet was glued to the mat and was just throwing punches. He wasn't moving, had no head movement. He wouldn't, like I said, god damn, this motherfucker like pain. I said he like getting hit.
Yeah, but the guy, I mean the joint started being competitive like what? I say like the 6th, 7th round, the second half of the fight. That's when, he was taking too much. He was taking that punishment, but the first 6 rounds it was competitive.
Shined in the mouth.
He was still losing every round, Batman. He was trying to be competitive the first 6 rounds. After the 6th round, he just like, fuck it, I'm tired. I can't move no more, and I'm gonna just throw punches with my arms. That's it. And he was, man, he took a lot of punishment, bro. He, like I said, he looked old. You know what I'm saying? He looked old. He looked like he was aging right in front of our face. It ain't healthy for nobody to take that much punishment. It ain't.
One of them guys got to work on their defense, man. That's why it's defense in boxing.
It's too late now for him. He's an old, because I was hearing the commentators talk about how he was an old 30, like how he had, been in a lot of wars, and Martinez was the same age, but shit, he was fresh.
Nah, Martinez was 25.
No, I thought they said he was 30.
All right, he's 25.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hold on, man. I gotta look that up. Cause I could have swore they said he was 30. I could have swore they said that they was the same age.
We talking about Ankos?
Yeah.
Yeah, he 30.
Nah,
and how old was Martinez? There go Money Brown. Money Brown said he was 30. Yeah. What's happening with it,
25.
Money? Pull up Martinez.
Oh, the other dude, Martinez. Yeah, he's 25, bro. He young.
Why was they saying that they was the same age?
He's 25. They kept saying it that night.
They did. Maybe I'm thinking of another fight. I must be thinking another fight.
Salute, Money. Salute, my brother.
I must be thinking of another fight then.
Money Brown.
Yeah, but man. But yeah, that was a hell of a fight. So let's move on.
No. Key is right. I want to double check my facts. He 30. He 30.
Apologize,
He was young.
See, I knew I wasn't tripping, bro.
You weren't tripping. He 30, bro. I'm looking at it right now.
Money came in right on time. They trying to make me look like I'm stupid or something up in here. I said, man, I know I wasn't tripping.
Oh, you know you got
stupid, man. The commentators kept on saying he was young. That's what I was doing.
Nah, because I was hearing the commentators, they were saying that they was both the same age, but they were saying that Ankos had been in wars and he had, a lot of rounds and so and they were saying that Martinez was 30, but he ain't have a lot of fights and he hadn't been in no wars and shit like that. He hadn't really fought nobody. So they were making that comparison that Ankos was an old 30.
Well, Martinez champion, and he won it, and he won it the right way. You know what I'm saying? He got it the right way.
Oh, Cheese All Out Fitness said that they were saying he started boxing at 25.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
cool.
Because I knew he wasn't no 25, bro. Yeah,
bro.
So let's move on. Let's move on to you know what? I'm gonna move on to Gary Antuanne. Let's move on to Gary Antuanne, man. Gary Antuanne Russell, man. I'm gonna let y'all cook. I'm gonna go with knockout first, then I'll go to Batman, then I'll go to Coach, and then I'll cook on it.
When I was telling people he was the best 140-pound fighter in the world, people was acting like I ain't know what the hell I was talking about, bro. And to me, he further solidified that on Saturday night, bro. Listen, he stopped a man that had never been stopped before, and that nobody looks good against, and he looked better against him than anyone has ever looked against him. He showed that he is one of the premier pressure fighters that we have at 140 pounds, if not in boxing. And you can have the field. If you want the field at 140 pounds, you can pick whoever you want. I got Gary Antuanne Russell, bro. I liked his patience. I like the main thing he showed me. I love fighters. Number one, his gas tank is real. He ain't going to get tired, bro, because he never been past 6 rounds. And from round 7 to round 10, that's when he turned up the most to me, till he eventually got the stoppage in round 10. And so I like that I saw his gas tank. The other thing that I like about him, I like fighters that are dogs, bro. And he showed that I already knew it, but he showed that he a true gritty dog in that ring. Like, I don't like fighters that look like they don't like to get hit, bro. Like that over elusive shit. That over always trying to get out the way, always trying to make sure you don't ever get hit. Bro, that shit is boxing. Gary Antuanne came to a point in that fight. He was like, look, bro, you might touch me with that jab. You might counter me with that right hand a little bit, but that shit ain't hitting on nothing, bro. My shit gonna do damage, so I might take one and give you two. You know what I'm saying? I might take your two and give your ass four. I'm cool with that because I'm a fucking dog in here. I'm about to do this work. And so I saw that shit last night too. And so I wonder, I find myself asking, maybe when he get up to 147, the answer probably will be yes. But at 140, I have a hard time envisioning someone being able to keep him up off their ass, bro. I don't think nobody gonna be able to keep him up off of him at 140 pounds, bro. And after what we saw from Josh Taylor last night and what we saw from Gary Antuanne Russell, I wonder, do people that thought I was crazy, I said Gary Antuanne Russell would stop his ass, I wonder they still think I'm crazy today on Monday, February 28th. But great performance by him. Can't wait to see him continue to step up competition. And Josh Taylor, it's time for a decision, bro. Like, we don't want to wait around for 2 or 3 months while you decide what the hell you gonna do, bro. Either drop them belts or give Catterall his rematch. But the division don't need to wait on your ass 3-4 months to decide if you're gonna move up to 147. Make your decision so boxing can move on, bro. You ain't the end all be all. That's all I got, bro.
Yeah. Let me read this super chat real. Let me read these super chat real quick. And then I'm gonna pass it off. Successful hustler, what's happening with it? He says, Batman, I'm from B-More and Antoine, my favorite. Russell, nice. Yes, sir. And my man W right side, what did it do? He said it was a bad stoppage. Yeah. He says, yeah, I'm hating Batman. Salute. He says, key panel, the chat. He says, keep cooking. Appreciate the content. Man, we appreciate you. And what's happening with it? Maurice Bibbs, what's happening with it? T Bibbs 100. And Money Brown in the building. What's happening with it, Money?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? Jump on Purple Child Voice for a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Money, what's up, Money?
What's happening, homeboy?
Bet knockout coach going on.
Money. What's up, brother?
So let me move it to we Batman. Batman, then I'm gonna go to coach and then Money.
Man, like I said the night of the joint, the stoppage, I mean, the referee got in the way. The stoppage could have been legit if the referee wouldn't have got in the way. You know, it took him time to get to where he needed to get to. I like how he listened to his corner. You know, I like how that's how a corner supposed to do. When you ain't doing the right things, the corner's supposed to tell you how to get there. And that's what Mr. Gary Russell did for Antuanne Russell. You know, I saw the difficulties of the first couple of rounds he had with Postal. You know, the length, his length was bothering him for a minute. And then, you know, he settled down and did what he was supposed to do. Started touching Postal because Al Bernstein need to get fired, man. I think he don't like no Russell. I just think when a Russell fighting, I don't think he like him. Straight up. Because it was some rounds that he was trying to give Postal that I don't even see where Postal was winning the round. I mean, Postal did, you know, he touched my brother a little bit, but even in them rounds he was touching him, my brother was touching him more with the more cleaner punches. But, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I think Shawty ready for anybody at 140. I think anybody at 140, he's going to be a problem for. Postal was a problem because of his length. Anybody else is going to get destroyed. That's how I see it. I mean, you can get it to the next one, Keith.
Well,
Coach.
Of course, that was a bad stoppage. Them 30 seconds, they should have let him It should have let Postal wasn't hurt that bad. He was more off balance than anything. He caught a hard shot, and then he was catching his balance, and then the referee stopped the fight. That dude deserved to go out on the shield, or at least a better stoppage than that, because he was looking dead at Gary. So he didn't look like he was wobbly to the point where he was going to, maybe he would have stopped him, but with 30 seconds, I mean, he deserved to that was a bad stoppage, in my opinion. I see things that Gary could work on. He got to stop leaving his feet. That's for one thing. I know the guy was tall and he was trying to get in, but Victor Postal is a classic European fighter, but he got decent legs. He moved pretty good, and he was getting off them ropes because he knew Gary was going to start taxing his ass. I think he still has some things to work on from my eye test. I think he never gets tired, which is great. He's in great shape. But as we all can see, when you step up in competition, it's not as easy as it is when you fucking with guys who you're supposed to run through. And it was shown in this fight. I'm just keeping everything honest. And I think that he needs to have some more big fights, big step-up fights, so that's experience with high-level opponents or better his career to where he's gonna, his adjustments will start even faster than what they did in this fight. I think he's a promising fighter. I think he got a lot of skill. He got quick ass hands. Sometimes he got sometimes even with Gary Russell Jr., sometimes they throw at that same fast ass speed. Sometimes he got to change his speed up a little bit. But I want to see him in there with somebody who's gonna give him some better work than Postal. Postal is pretty much trying to survive in that fight. He's trying to keep him off, and because Gary is so much quicker than him with his feet, as far as getting inside, and he's strong. So, but Postal fought a good fight. I mean, I got to give it to him. He lost clearly, was losing the fight, but he gave him some good ring experience. I'm not jumping to the conclusion that Gary Antuanne is just gonna run through the rest of the division like Batman said. I don't agree with that. I don't. I think that him and somebody like Regis that's a hell of a fight, bro. I think that's a fight that we're gonna find out what both of them motherfuckers made out of, because they some hard punches. So, but I was proud of him, bro. I'm happy for him, bro. I'm glad he got the stoppage. I just wish that the referee, I wanted to see him fucking flatten him. I wanted to see him put him on the canvas, to be honest with you. I wanted to see Postal go to the canvas. And the referee kind of denied that from happening. So somebody said, well, Regis don't want that, bro. I don't want it. Regis gonna fight anybody, bro. Don't matter. Just like Gary Antuanne fight anybody, bro. So I think he's ready to be in that elite class, though. I think that they need to make some big fights for him, and I think that he gonna handle it well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Money. What you got?
Man, worst performance I've ever seen in my life. That man, he tell his brother quit boxing and move on to the match. I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm not gonna let that fucking stoppage be the story of that fight last night, bro. Postal was still a great fucking. I ain't gonna say great, but Postal is still one of them fighters that if you slip and he go beat your motherfucking ass, bro. And I know Kigo alluded to this because it was his prediction. Like he had Postal beating fucking Jose Ramirez, and he did get Jose Ramirez a hell of a fight, bro. That was his last fight, if I'm not mistaken. And look what Gary Antuanne Russell did to him. Like, only thing Gary needed to do was slow down a little bit. Like you said, Coach, that fast pace that he fight at, but it come from being just young. You know what I mean? He got that young blood in him, bro, and he hungry. You know what I mean? Everybody coming up when they young like that, Jerron Boots, Ennis, Earl Smith, everybody, man, on the rise like that when you're young, you want to destroy a motherfucker. And Gary Antuanne, he wanted to just destroy Postal ass, bro. And I would bet it was rounds that they was giving fucking Postal that I didn't even like. He didn't lose a round to me. Like, I got to watch it over, and it's not being biased or shit, but I didn't see him lose not one round, bro. I see him being antsy and he was rushing a little bit, and it was leading to Postal, you know, letting his ass walk into some shit, right? And Postal is a veteran, so he picked up on that shit. Like, okay, you want to be aggressive. Sometimes I'm gonna use that shit against you, and it worked against Gary Antuanne Russell, but it didn't hurt him. So Gary's like, okay, bitch, I'm gonna take it. It ain't doing shit to me. So I'm still finna come to your ass. You know what I'm saying? So Gary was trying to just spark his ass up out of there, bro. You know what I mean? And when you look at the stoppage, like when he hit him, 'cause I was saying good stoppage at first, right? It was only the reaction after the referee stopped the fight that made you say, okay, he was okay. But at first he was defenseless, bro. He was defenseless. He was defenseless as fuck. When Gary hit his ass and hurt him, that motherfucker ran. He ran and Gary chased his ass down. And when he got to the ropes, I guess he kind of gathered himself a little bit for us blocking the shots, right? He got a little bit of himself back, but he still was defenseless in that last 30 seconds. So all he was gonna do is ball up on the ropes, right? But I do agree, if you should be able to go out, how you want to go out. And I think Gary Antuanne Russell would have fit. Like, that's not none of that Sean Porter and Terrence Boyd Crawford shit. You know what I mean? Where your daddy jump up there and throw the fucking towel in, and we see that you A-okay. Like, nobody really knew Postal was A-okay until the ref stopped the shit and he reacted the way he reacted. We like, oh shit, okay, he was kind of okay. But at first when he hit his ass and cracked him, that bitch was sitting on them ropes. I thought he was I'm like, oh yeah, his ass done, folks. I was telling the dude in the chat, like, yeah, you thought he wasn't gonna knock his ass out, huh? He finna knock his ass out. But he reacted that way after he stopped it. Doesn't mean he wasn't hurt still, right? Still doesn't mean he wasn't hurt, right? Motherfuckers can play possum good as fuck. But I thought Gary still was gonna finish his ass right there on the rope. So yes, he could have let him finish the motherfucker and go out on his shield to see, like we say, we always get robbed of those endings of could Gary Russell knock his ass out cold or hit his ass with another punch that the ref really had to wave it off, right? That was one of them endings. I thought it was I'm okay with Gary stoppage over Terrence Crawford stoppage, just me. But other than that, man, Gary Antuanne Russell just showing he the real deal at the division. Like you say though, coach, yes, you still got, because I think Josh Taylor gone, he gonna relinquish them titles, right? So it's gonna be titles there to be got. And we seen Regis against Josh Taylor. We seen the dog in Regis. We seen what he looked like in those crucial moments. You know what I mean? So, being the best at the division, he still got to prove that by beating those fighters, right? But he's still a hell of a dog at the division, and he's showing that he's ready for anybody, bro. He's showing that he's ready for anybody, but he's going to have to prove that he can beat those dudes because Regis is a hell of a fighter, bro. Regis right there, and there's a few more fighters right there that can go out there and make his name on. But for shit show, he can show that he's the best kid at the division and go out there and become a world champion, bro. So I'm looking forward to seeing him more, bro. Like I'm big as fuck on Gary Antuanne Russell. I always have been. So we'll just see how it play out for him. But he is the real deal. Nobody can say he's not the real deal, right? And with that Postal fight, a lot of people gonna make a lot of shit out of the ending, but I'm not letting that be the narrative of the story. Gary Antuanne Russell went out there and he beat the shit out of Postal. He beat the shit out of him. He still looked good, and he criticized himself at the end of the day. So, all we can see is his ceiling just getting higher and higher. And as he just keep growing in those big fights like that, coach, like you say, put him in big fights, because that still was a big fight. That's a former world champion that's been in there with former world champions. Nobody stopped him. And to be real with you, even though Terrence Boyd Crawford dropped him, you know what I mean? I got to say Gary Antuanne Russell beat him better than Terrence Boyd Crawford. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that kid as being the real deal with the division. And as long as he in them big fights, he just going to keep getting better and better, bro. So, yeah, look out for big things for Gary Antuanne Russell. And Gary Russell one line when he said, my little brother's coming up behind me and they better than me, bro. So, shit, that's a true statement.
Hey, I want to say one thing. Man, y'all, whoever believe in God in this chat and the panel, but y'all pray for Lomachenko and Usyk and them, bro.
Yeah,
y'all pray for them, bro, because we don't know what's gonna happen if that little dude gonna even make it back, bro.
Yeah, no, that's real, definitely.
I don't even want to go here, but they just treat people of color over there bad, man. So
yeah, I seen that shit too.
I mean,
I understand, but
you don't have nothing to do with them personally, though. But
that's not for us to judge, bro.
Huh?
Not for us to judge, bro. I still don't want nobody to get killed, especially.
No, I don't want nobody to get killed.
Like that,
I'm just
bro.
saying,
I don't want to see them. We might not never see Vasyl Lomachenko in a fight again. We might not ever see Usyk in a fight again. And he got 3 belts. Bro,
Yeah, I understand that, coach, but
you
you
know,
know I can't really. I really can't show sympathy over to motherfuckers who be treating motherfuckers and they still got larceny in their heart too. But you know,
yeah.
it is what it is.
No, I'm praying for everybody, bro. I just wish this shit stopped, bro.
Let me read this super chat from my man Zenith 360 back in that super chat. He said Gary won every round. He says I didn't like the stoppage. He said just like the Porter stoppage. He said and Postal was hurt more than Porter, but I think the ref interjected because if he got concussed, he can't fly home. Yeah, and I thought about that too, and it was a great point that you brought that up. And yeah, man. And y'all hit the like button. Y'all, if y'all ain't smashed the like button, y'all smash the like button. Gary Antuanne Russell, right? I told what's happening with it, my man. Ultimate Fight Club. I see you in the building. What's good with it? So Gary Antuanne Russell. I told everybody because I seen people start trying to already discredit Victor Postal, right? I seen people doing that shit. And I said, nah. We not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't come in here and say that Victor Postal is washed up. I said, we just seen him in his last fight. He fought Jose Ramirez. I said, personally, I had him beating Jose Ramirez. So you can't say the man was washed up. And I was telling people, I said, if Gary Antuanne Russell comes out here and he beats Victor Postal and he stopped Victor Postal, I said, that shit gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? I said, you're gonna have to give him his flowers for that. And don't play this, oh, the man was washed up. Because I'm a believer of you only as good as your last fight. And in Victor Postal's last fight, he looked far from washed up.
Not only that, Keith, he didn't look washed up in this fight.
Right. And I'm gonna get to that. And so I also said, Coach, I said, look, we're gonna be able to tell if he washed up or not from the first couple rounds. You can tell when somebody washed up or not the first couple rounds. If you know boxing, you've been watching boxing, right? Because they're gonna look slow, they're gonna look methodic, they just not gonna look like they self. And Victor Postal wasn't that. He was game. He came to fight. You know what I'm saying? We seen that right off the bat. But what we also seen is we seen that Gary Antuanne Russell was just too much. Now, I hear the criticism, right? Oh, he needs to do this. Y'all got to understand is that Gary Antuanne Russell only had 14 fights before coming into this fight. And not only that, they had set him on the shelf for almost a year. And I continuously say this, when you have a talent like Gary Antuanne Russell that came out of the Olympics and turned professional the same year that Jerome Boots Ennis did. You look at Jerome Boots Ennis, he got 28 fights. Gary Antuanne Russell only had 14 fights. That is a problem. When you got a talent like that, you keep them active. So, yeah, of course, him going in the ring with a veteran like Victor Postal that's, not washed up, that still got a whole lot of fight left in him. Of course, he's going to have some, some adjustments to make, some adversity to go through. I'm expecting to see that. That's why I kept telling people, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Don't act like that Victor Postal ain't that dude. Victor Postal can fight. So what we seen Gary Russell, he had to make adjustments. First, he had to figure out how to get past the length, right? When Victor Postal started shooting out that fucking long ass jab, Victor Postal long, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker could hit. He could be in the living room and hit you in the kitchen. He got some long ass arms. So Gary Russell is only 5'8". Now I know they said he was 5'10", but they got his measurements off. He's only 5'8", so he was gonna have a problem getting past Victor Postal's, his length and his reach advantage, right? So he figured he did do that. He was getting inside, right? And then another thing that the adjustment that he needed to make that he didn't figure out until later is he was dipping, right? He was dipping and he was coming with his left when he should have been dipping and coming with his right. And Gary was telling them that in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Start going, start throwing your right. You throwing your left too much, start throwing your right. So he did make that adjustment. And then y'all seen when he made that adjustment, he started basically dominating the fight even more in catching Victor Postal and hurting Victor Postal. Now, he got a dog because his gas tank and the dog that he got in him was on a different level. You know what I'm saying? He fought at the same pace throughout the whole fight. He didn't get tired. And as far as the stoppage, I didn't like the stoppage. I didn't like that because I thought that it took away from Gary Russell getting, a knockout. Getting a knockout because Victor Postal, like Money said, he got hit. He was hurt. He wobbled. He was doing the stanky leg. He was able to gather himself to where he could run to the ropes to hold himself up. And then when he got to the ropes, Gary was about to finish him off. I know he's about to finish him off because Gary, he knows how to finish his opponent off because he just don't. A lot of times, especially when you see a fighter that only got like 14, 15 fights, the first thing they do is they'll just start throwing a whole bunch of headshots real fast. Gary wasn't doing that. You could tell he was setting his shit up to where he was going to the body and he was opening up Victor Postal, but the referee jumped in too fast. So, yeah, he should have let Gary do his thing and, get his knockout. So he stopped it, but Victor Postal was hurt. And I think a reason why he stopped the fight is that the ref knew the circumstances that Victor Postal was in, knowing that Victor Postal had to go out there and fly out to the Ukraine and be with his family, maybe join in on, the war that's going down. And I think that hold on. Somebody got their background on. Somebody got something in their background on. Yeah, you got to mute that.
Was you able to catch that?
Hold on. Who in the background that got that? Somebody need to mute their mic.
Which one? That Jordan.
Hold on. Whose mic is that?
What's his name?
Everybody's mic is muted, but somebody.
Jordan Gill versus,
Oh shit! I'm tripping. I had hit my phone. Hey, I'm tripping and shit.
Quit drinking, bro. Quit
drinking.
Nah,
man, you crazy as hell. I had pressed the button on my phone, was in my lap, and I had hit my phone. I didn't even know I hit it. But
Coach, ain't that some bullshit? He over here tripping and call you crazy.
I'm tripping. I'm like, man, who the hell mic is that in the background?
Stop drinking on the
hey, man, I'm tripping. But anyway, I lost all train of thought now. The stoppage. So I think that the referee made that decision because I think he had the circumstances that Victor Postal was going through on his mind. Other than that, man, yeah, Gary did get hit with some shots, but he in there with Victor Postal. I mean, if you thought that he was just going to go in there, right, with the reach disadvantage that he had and he wasn't going to get caught with nothing, he knew that he was going to have to take some shots to give some. And that's what he did. But he was dominant in the fight. Like I said, I gave Victor Postal maybe one round, but that round that I gave Victor Postal was a close round, and it could have went either way. So, I mean, Gary Russell dominated the fight. He looked great in the fight, but the way that he fought wasn't what impressed me the most from him. And I'm gonna play this audio, right? And this is what impressed me the most out of him, because when you got a fighter as young as he is that only got 15 fights and that recognizes everything and every adjustment that he needs to make and tell you that, hey, I'm getting back in the ring and I'm gonna work on it. This is what we're gonna do. So I want y'all to listen to this interview that he did with Fight Hype, and this is what impressed me about him more than anything. And I said, this dude is gonna be a fucking problem, right? Just his mind frame and his mentality and how smart he is, he's gonna be a fucking problem. Now, I'm gonna play this and y'all listen to this.
Congratulations on a tremendous win. Oh, appreciate it. once again, congratulations on the tremendous win. You've done something that no one else was able to do against, none other than Victor Postal. Can you just speak a little bit about your great performance today?
Honestly, man, I'm my worst critic. I give myself a D plus. My father give myself a B. I just gotta go back to the drawing board. We gotta critique the things that we didn't critique in the fight. We got to fight over and won victoriously. We're for stoppage. That had never been done. We done fought the undisputed, and he done fought other champions that tried their best to knock him out, like Josh Taylor. They became victorious against him. There was his only 2 losses, but they didn't do it in the fashion that I did it. And that's a statement, that set a mark in my journey and in my career, So I'm proud of that, but there's more to it than that, We striving for excellence.
What do you feel like you could have done better in this fight? Congratulations, you won. But you say you're the hardest critic on yourself. What do you feel like you could have done better according to your standards and yourself?
I could have been slipping a little more. I could have been closing the distance a little more, a lot easier instead of reaching. Honestly, like I said I was going to get the fight over in 5. It could have been over in 5 if I would have executed the right stuff. It just took me a little longer to execute it. I'm sad at the fact that it took me to the 10th round to execute it. I could have done that in the 4th round or the 3rd round, apply a little more pressure the correct way instead of doing it gunshot. We call it a gunshot thing. When you see something that's open and you don't take it out of too much of you being obedient. You're trying to be so obedient and courteously to the point you don't take the opportunity. We call that being gunshot. I wasn't executing, like I said. I wasn't executing early on in the rounds. I was seeing it, but I wasn't firing. Like I said, he's a Class A fighter. You can't take away nothing from him. But I'm just glad that I got it done. And when we get home, we back in the gym. I got a little layover. I got a little mouse on my eye. But it come with the sport. They don't got nothing to do with my muscles and my legs and my brain. It's just a scar tissue. So when I get back home, I'm just ready to stay focused on sharpening my craft.
Now, that's what impressed me more than anything, right? You don't hear young fighters, especially after getting a big win like this, getting a stoppage, right? Somebody that ain't never been stopped, and he tell you, well, shit, I wasn't really satisfied. I gave myself a D. And then he tell you exactly what he didn't do, the adjustments that it took him too long to make. You heard him say, well, I would have got him out of there in 5, but it took me too long to make the adjustments I didn't make the adjustments into the 10th round. So he's telling you, I know exactly what I didn't do. I know exactly what I got to go back and work on. And I'm going right to the gym Monday. This little scar tissue I got, that ain't nothing. I'm going right back to the gym on Monday, and I'm going to focus on these things, and I'm going to get it right. That's because you don't hear fighters say that shit. Y'all think y'all would have heard Chris Colbert say some shit like that after a knockout victory? No. And then that was what impressed me more than his fight. You know what I'm saying? Because boxing has a lot more to do than what we see is physical in the ring. It's mental too. And it don't get no better than that. When I heard that interview, I said, this kid is going to be a fucking problem. I ain't going to call him a kid. This young man is going to be a problem, a real problem. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you got to think he only got 15 fights. If the PBC keep him active, like if they give him, it don't matter who they give him. It could be your favorite fighter at 140. If they put him back in the ring in 3 months, it's going to be a fucking problem because, yeah, the little adjustments that, took him too long to make, maybe he would have made those adjustments on the fly and a lot faster if he had been active. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you got to think about. But, yeah, I loved it. Let me let my man Outside the Box Media. Oh, my bad, man. I thought you was on the stream the whole time. My bad. What you think about that fight, Gary Antuanne?
I thought Gary looked great. But I did see some things that made me really want to see him fight a Montana Love, somebody who could fight in the pocket, and somebody who he ain't gonna push down. But Gary looked great, man. You know, I've been a fan of Gary. I love Gary. So he looked good, man. You could tell he was anxious with the reaching and the lunging out. And couple times he walked in and got caught by. But Postal, you can't take nothing from Postal, man. Postal fought his ass off. I thought Postal fought so good by not getting knocked out or hit or beat with a bunch of them big shots that they should have rewarded him with the 30 seconds. So that was my only thing. I did think the stoppage was a little premature because I thought Postal earned the right to fight them last 30 seconds. If he ain't get knocked down, so yeah, I mean, if he go out on his shield, you got to give him that opportunity. But I can understand what you were saying as far as the war was concerned, and you never know what type of stipulations they might have brought in back doors. But yeah, I'm anxious for Gary, man. I'm anxious to see what he bring to boxing because I know it's gonna be his playground, and he looked real big, so I know he gonna hit 147. I think that's gonna be his playground.
Yeah, man. He got a, his frame is big. He's not tall, but yeah. I just think, man, I really think he gonna be a fucking problem. Anybody with a motor like that and the chin that he got, and then the IQ that he has and the mentality that he has, bro, I bet you Batman will tell you he probably in the gym today. He probably went back to the gym today. Batman.
Bro, key is simple, bro. You're gonna have to hurt him. He gonna be so hard to beat on the cards, bro. You're gonna have to hurt that man.
Oh, my bad, knockout.
Nah, go ahead, bro.
Now I'm just gonna say the shit that they work on, he really do it, bro. Like I remember that's in the back. Remember Keno's in the back, how they go boom, boom, boom. Then you get in the inside. I straight seen him because I'm like he straight doing that shit, bro. Like he straight, he'd throw the jab out there, bam. He jumped in, go to the body, boom, 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 come back up. I'm like, bro, that's straight the shit they work on in the back, bro. So this is like when you see them work on that shit and then you see them execute it in the ring, man. It just show you, like you say, just being a little gunshot and pulling the trigger on certain openings, he could have been got him out of. And that just come with the patience and the experience inside the ring. Like I say, he only got 14 fights. But I mean, and in those 14 fights, he didn't fight no fucking 14 Victor Postals. You know what I'm saying? So, you fight certain fighters where you can just run through and knock their ass out. But when you get up there with them fighters just got experience, like Victor Postal, like Postal wouldn't go. What I liked about Postal, he just didn't give him what he wanted neither. He made him work for that shit. And he make them pay. Like you said, I got a little bump under my eye, but it comes with the territory. That's just Victor Postal making you pay for your mistakes that it shouldn't have been a mistake. I mean, that just come from rushing and not being a little patient. But like I say, the patience come with experience, bro. It come with experience. Him being on that big stage, the big lights, that shit just excites you, bro. That's what he do. You want to show up, you want to show out. He showed up, he showed out. So he just came with a little anxiousness to get him the fuck up out of there, which led to him and making mistakes. But like I say, with the experience, he'll clean up all that shit. And once he do, them boys in trouble.
Southern T, what's happening with it? Southern T, salute. Y'all make sure that y'all go to Southern T boxing.
Whenever you're around him and talking to him, you can still see hints of that amateur style trying to get it done fast. You know what I'm saying? Where he can slow it down. He can slow it down a little bit and get inside quick, but not be rushing so much. He still has a little that amateur mentality that he's gonna have to work on, especially when he step up to better competition. Now, can he punch? Fucking right, he can punch. Is he fast? Fucking right, he fast. And he left-handed, so it's a problem. But he just need to slow his pace down just a little and change up his speed. Everything don't have to be at that speed. You know what I'm saying? That amateur speed. That's the only thing that I see that he can work on. That and that lunging because he's trying to hit them motherfuckers so bad. He got that. And the thing why he said he gave himself a D because he know he's way better than Postal. He knows in his mind that he's way better in the opportunities that he missed in the fight. So he felt like he should have walked through him and bust his ass even worse. So That's a great attitude for him to have, you know. But like I said, sometimes with the fast, rapid punching, you know, you gotta. It's a difference when you dealing with amateur compared to pro style. See, amateurs, you don't have a lot of time, so you got to get it in, and that's the only thing he needs to work on. That he had great head movement, of course, you know, but the lunging he got caught a couple times because of Postal's size. But see, every time he worked in off that jab, he didn't have those problems. He was getting in easy. Now, did Postal turn him a lot? Yes, because Postal got a lot of experience. So he was getting himself off them ropes quick, you know. But it's small shit that he got to work on. It's not like something that's the motherfucker got buku talent, and he gonna be a problem for everybody, bro. So, you know, he just got to slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit. He'll be all right though.
Yeah. Batman.
But like I said though, everybody ain't 5'10" with a 73-inch arm reach, and with the lunging in, it was he was misjudging his distance. But everybody ain't posted with the 5 with, and then Victor Postal ain't even fight like he usually fight. Victor Postal usually going forward bouncing, but you know it is what it is. But you know, like I said, anybody with the same measurements as him, or ain't got the measurements that Victor Postal got, is gonna get eat up. That's what I see, cause he's not gonna be lunging there. His distance is gonna be right. So you know, it was just Victor Postal was for a come forward fighter, and Victor Postal was moving like you never seen him move before, cause at one point of the fight, Bernstein and them said when what's his name? When Chris Colbert started bouncing around trying to box, they said, oh, he's doing too much moving and running, but they ain't say that with Postal. But Postal did start, you know, like in the middle of the rounds, he started fighting. You know what I'm saying? He started fighting, catching Antuanne with some punches, but like I said,
Motherfucker have a choice. Motherfucker have no choice, man.
yeah, he ain't had no choice because the boy, and then I like what my little brother did when he started moving too much. Oh, I ain't gonna chase you. I'm gonna start acting like you can start compressing me. But you know, but like I said, with this, you get any one of them other guys, Josh Taylor, he's gonna beat the shit out of them. Dudes that don't have no defense, he's gonna beat the shit out of them. Victor Postal defense is he's real long. He can get out the way of certain punches. He can, you know what I'm saying? His length confuses some people. You see that in mostly all these fights. But them people that like to come forward and fight, like a Josh Taylor, my man Regis. I like Regis, but I think my brother boxing ability is better than Regis, but he hasn't had to show it yet. He hasn't had to show it yet because he's been in there with less fighters, and he do what he's supposed to do with less fighters. Get him out of there. No, but I can't wait to see him. I can't wait to see him get the Regis Pro grades, get the Montana Loves. I hope Josh Taylor stays. You know, Jose Ramirez, Zepeda, Jose Zepeda. I can't wait till it's that time, and it's his time, and everything I've been saying that he gonna do. Watch, and then he listens on the drop of a dime when it's time to change the game plan. You see, he has no hesitant of doing it and sticking to it and executing it. But you know, I just can't wait before he can show the world that this shit is real. It ain't fake.
I'm like, Coach, I got Russell over everybody. For real. Hey, real talk. I don't see nobody at 140 beating Russell. I really don't. But and I fuck with Regis. I do fuck with Regis heavy, but I really don't see Regis beating him.
Boy, that's gonna be a hell of a fight, bro.
Nah, it'd be a hell of a fight. It'd be a straight dog fight.
You ain't gonna just be jumping in there on Regis. Regis punches fucking hard, bro.
Ain't neither
But
one.
He's not gonna have to jump. He's not gonna have to jump.
He ain't gotta jump, boy. That's
Regis' arms is short.
I don't know who's gonna win, but I'm gonna tell you what. That ain't no fucking. That's a fucking hard fight for both of them cats, bro.
Regis the only one. Regis the only one I say is even the fight, bro. Everybody else, they food.
The power of Regis.
It's a good fight with him.
You can move. You can move.
That's gonna be a good fight with him and fucking Jose Ramirez.
No, sir.
He gonna fuck Jose Ramirez.
He'll walk. He'll walk.
Ain't got no defense.
He ain't got no defense.
Can fight though.
And he front foot
Gary
dominant.
ain't gonna beat him.
Jose Ramirez
He
can fight.
probably drop him. He might stop him. But I'm talking about early in the fight. It's gonna be a good fight.
I agree, coach. Because Jose Ramirez is pressure, bro. The style, and
he's strong, bro.
Gary, one thing Gary got to do, he's going to have to adapt to it, which I do see him doing it, that. But
absolutely.
It's like those like they come in with game plans as well. You feel me? But I did see Gary Russell boxing in the one against the one dude, so he could like Beth say, that boy can box it up. He can do it all, bro. He can do it all. But the main thing, like he said, it's that fucking motor, man. It's the motor, and it's just him staying in shape and just staying disciplined. As long as Antuanne Russell is in shape, I do give him the advantage over everybody, though. I will tell you.
But listen to this.
Jose Ramirez stuff, bro. Jose Ramirez coming forward with them straight punches, no defense, no angles, no pivots. Man, he gonna get his ass mopped up, bro.
Man, and if he can't fight off your back foot, you ain't got no chance.
That shit ain't gonna be. That shit wouldn't be close at all, bro.
Brother,
it wouldn't be a close fight at all.
Bro.
It's still about fighting. He will. Not saying it's gonna be close. It's gonna be very interesting, bro. Because one thing about Jose Ramirez, like Coach said, he's strong, man. He can punch.
He's strong. He can punch. Money. Listen to this, money. He's strong. He can punch, but he can't sit there and throw 3, 4, 5 punch combinations in a row.
Hey,
that shit not gonna work. What he do? You saw what Josh Taylor did to him.
Every fight early on is dangerous, bro.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm just glad that that's a tough ass division and they need to fight.
No, I mean your phone ain't charged up.
Well, and right now you got Jose coming off a low.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Jose Ramirez, just like my man outside the box media say, if you cannot fight off the back foot, you ain't got no chance of fucking with Antuanne Russell.
Not at all.
He gonna put you on that motherfucking back foot. You got to be able to know how to fight off the back foot to fuck with him.
See, Keon, what y'all don't understand, bro. There's levels, bro. Y'all gonna see that he not gonna just keep everybody ain't gonna get on the back foot. That's what y'all don't understand.
But you acting like he just you keep saying it's levels and shit, and when he raised it, hold on. And when he raised the level of competition, like I thought Victor Postal was at that level.
Well,
Victor Postal ain't shit.
When I heard one of y'all say Victor Postal, I heard one of y'all say Victor Postal used it as a come forward fighter. That's not true. I don't know where what fight y'all
he is. Because if you go back and watch how he fought Bud Crawford was on his back foot and he was using angles and to outbox Victor Postal. He wasn't engaging with Victor Postal like that.
I see Victor Postal. I kind of agree with Coach on that. I see him as more of a lateral mover. Moves around the ring.
I don't see Victor Postal as a pressure fighter.
He's not.
No, I never said.
But how did he fight Bud though?
He not a pressure fighter.
He moved around.
Bud was fighting Bud was using angles and he was using his legs against Victor Postal.
In his most recent fights, though, bro, like against Jose Ramirez in his last fight, he was moving all around the ring, bro.
He came forward and he was giving angles. He was using his jab. He was using angles.
Yeah. So the thing about having two boxers in the ring, though, you got to force somebody to turn to the pressure fighter. That's what Bud did with Victor Postal. He forced him to turn to the pressure fighter.
Ramirez fights Friday.
But Ramirez,
I'm gonna say this real quick.
And Josh Taylor, that shit looked competitive with
Postal.
With Postal.
Yeah, I had Victor Postal beating Josh Taylor myself. I had him beating Josh Taylor. And that
But
shit was it was a
looking
close fight.
competitive.
It could have went either way.
Only thing I was saying about all of this is, bro, we got good fights in that division. I just hope
Agree.
that's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
And I
Agree.
feel like we got Josh to thank for that. Because you got to think, Josh just went and fought Regis, fought Jose. Shit. And I think if he wouldn't have had to fight the mandatory, he would have wanted another big fight.
He fought Ivan Baranchik and Josh.
Yeah, Baranchik. Before that.
Baranchik.
Yep.
Yeah, Baranchik, Regis, Jose Ramirez. Then he just fought shit.
That's
Jack
a gauntlet at 140.
Hell yeah. And that boy who Josh Taylor fought, he looked like he's a fucking he's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Catterall. You gotta mention Catterall now.
Yeah, bro. You can't
But this the thing. Gary Antuanne Russell only showing y'all one dynamic of what he can do.
I understand that, but all I'm saying is I just hope they make these fights. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I hope.
I agree, and I want to
let's
see
move
Gary
along.
mature into that moment. You know what I mean? We ain't even seen him headline the main event yet. Like, let him grow into that, man. This is 14th fight. We done only seen him fight on TV 3-4 times. Shit,
Man, he don't need no more growing. God, listen, man. Don't nobody say Shakur need to grow. Don't nobody say no Josh. Ain't nobody never said Josh Taylor need to grow. No, he need. I mean, he was an Olympian. He was the best at when he was an amateur, and he's showing that as a pro. He needs to be stepped up in the fights he needs to be in.
Yeah, and he need to they need to step him up. Like I said, if they step him up his next fight and he fights your favorite fighter, he gonna whoop him. But they need to keep him active. That's the main thing is they need to stop sitting him on the fucking shelf like he's some goddamn Rudy Poop bomb and keep him active. You don't sit talent like this on the shelf and have him fighting once a year. You don't do that.
Yeah,
this man, like if Gary Russell right now, I'm telling y'all, if he was at Top Rank right now, he would have already been fighting for a title.
Yep.
He'll be a champ right now already.
Or he'd be on his big baby Anderson Xander Zayas shit fighting 7-8 times a year.
Yep, that's what I just said. We would have been
That's what I'm
seeing him
saying.
3 times already.
That's my problem with the PBC. You got talent like this, right? But you want to display motherfucking Joey Spencer and goddamn fucking
Vito Milnicki and shit.
Vito Milnicki and shit all the time.
Yeah,
that's my problem. You got talent like Gary Antuanne Russell that to me is the best at 140 pounds right now, but you got him sitting on the shelf. And didn't nobody even, a lot of people don't even know who he wasn't even familiar with him. Come on, man. That shit that's the main thing. That's the main thing, right? But and my man said nobody wants to fight the Russells. Well, if you are the head, whoever make the match, yeah, a lot of people gonna turn it down. But trust me, you can get them fights.
Call that nigga
out because the money. You gotta
call that nigga out from New Orleans. That's all y'all got to do. Call him out. He gonna make that fight.
Yeah, Regis will fight him. I know Regis will fight him.
Shit, yeah, Regis ain't never dug no fade. Shit.
Yeah, but so let's move on though. Let's move on. Chris Primetime Colbert, right? Man, Chris Colbert. You know, Mr. Hey, son. Hey, Shakur know my body, son. You know my body, son. Hey, Chris Colbert wanted to show everybody his body. You know what I'm saying? He wanted everybody to know his body, son. You know, so Chris Primetime Colbert, what's the dude he fought? What's the name that he fought?
Garcia.
Hector
Garcia, right? Chris Primetime Colbert get in the ring with Hector Garcia. He said that Hector Garcia is a damn clown if he think he could beat him, right? Hey, so Chris Colbert going there and everybody seen the fight. I'm gonna make this shit show. Hector Garcia made him bitch up and fold up like a motherfucking, like some goddamn laundry. He made him fold up like some laundry. You feel me? He showed the bitch. He brought the bitch out of Chris Colbert. He brought the bitch out of him. You know what I'm saying? Chris Colbert, he felt that power and he did not want to fight no more. He didn't want no parts of Hector Garcia, right? You seen Chris Colbert, this motherfucker was walking to the corner and balling up in the fetal position. He was balling up in the fetal position in the corner and just letting Hector Garcia hit him because he was scared to motherfucking exchange with him. He was scared to death, and he was in there just trying to survive. If y'all look at the fight again, he was looking up at the clock.
Quick.
The motherfucker was running, looking up at the clock like, God damn, how much more time I got? This motherfucker finna kill me. Please. He wanted the referee to stop the fight, but the referee was like, shit, I'm going to just go ahead. He talking all that shit. I'm going to let him just go ahead and continue to get beat. Because it was several times in that fight where the ref could have stopped the fight. But the ref was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he wanted everybody to know his body. Hey, son want everybody to know his body, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let him take this beating. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just continue to let him take this motherfucking ass beat. And Chris Colbert wanted the ref to stop. He wanted the ref to stop. He would have quit on the stool, but he talked a lot of shit. He talked so much of shit that he was like, damn, if I quit on this motherfucking stool, hey, I ain't gonna be able to box no more. I ain't gonna be able to box no more because all this shit I talk, I ain't gonna be able to box no more. He bitched up. He showed he was a bitch. The motherfucker was losing. The motherfucker was losing 10 rounds to 0, and he still ran in the last 2 rounds. He was still running. He quit. The man quit right in front, and then he told you afterwards, shit, I'm just out there trying to survive.
Now, AK,
I was trying to survive. Huh?
Now, can I say one thing? Hey, J-Dub, that shit won't happen, J-Dub. I mean, that boy been Boost chest all night, J-Dub. We know what Boost don't like, J-Dub. We proved it. We proved what he don't like. But go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, man. The man said I was just out there trying to survive. After talking about all this, they ain't got dog like me. You know my body, son. Now, everybody in the world know your body, son. Everybody do. For real. You can't, when you go back to where you from, everybody know your body. You know what I'm saying? The man got exposed. He got exposed. And you know what it made me think of? You know what it made me think of? I don't know if y'all seen that video on YouTube, right? Where this is what it really reminded me of. It's a video out on YouTube, right? And the boyfriend was beating the shit out of his girlfriend all the time, right? Well, the pops found out, and the pops came to the crib and beat the fuck out the boyfriend. And the boyfriend was screaming and talking about stop and you know what I'm saying? But before that, the boyfriend was big and bad, and he was, you know what I'm saying, all up in the girlfriend face, you know, because he was beating on the woman. But when the pops came, that energy was different. You know what I'm saying? Well, Chris Colbert was the boyfriend, and motherfucking Gonzalez was the pops. Garcia, yeah. Garcia was the pops. That's what that shit reminded me of, because he made him look like the pussy that he is. Like, he ain't all that body shit and all the dog I got. He ain't that, bro. He got exposed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he know how to survive though. He's a survivor. He is a survivor, Destiny's Child. He's a Destiny's Child because he's a survivor. But other than that, yeah, he got exposed. Knockout. What you got on it?
Man, y'all remember earlier when I was saying I don't like fighters who don't like to get hit? Well, he's an example of one of them fighters that when he got hit with some shit, just like you were saying, he shelled up, bro. And he won't ever, like, unless you, I mean, shit, what he gonna do? Make a living fighting journeyman and being a gimmick or some shit? Because as far as him at the top level, because y'all understand he was supposed to be fighting for a world title. Roger Gutierrez pulled out. This was a replacement opponent. So what do? They gonna start putting you back in there and trying to sell you as somebody against a bunch of journeymen that you can beat? Anybody that's somebody, bro, anybody with any amount of dog, man, they gonna smell the hole in him, bro. They gonna smell the hole in him, and he done, bro. He all the way done. He don't like to get hit. I don't know how you gonna be a boxer and you don't like to get hit. I understand you want to be elusive and shit, and you want to do all of this shit, but at the end of the day, it's gonna turn into a fight. And he showed that when it turned into a fight, he ain't gonna let his nuts hang, bro. He gonna tuck them hoes between his tail and he gonna try to run. What he did that last 2.5 rounds, that shit was disgraceful. Like, you can say what you want. I know some of y'all trolls don't like Deontay Wilder or whatever. You can say what you want about that man, but at the very least, that man got his ass knocked out while swinging the punch, stepping forward. At the very least, Miguel Burchell got his ass knocked out, swinging a punch, walking forward, bro. This man here would rather just run around the ring and run like he just scared of like he's scared of boxing, bro. Like he don't belong in that hole. And then let's not even get on the stupid ass ring IQ. Number one, why are you going in there for a knockout when you got 6 knockouts in 16 fights, bro? When you become a power puncher, when you become this dude that's gonna knock some shit out, bro? When did that happen? So you go in there, you say, look, I know I'm faster, I know I'm quicker, I know that I'm probably more skilled, but you know what? I'm gonna give away all my advantages, and I'm gonna stand in the paint with you. And then when you stood in the paint with the man, you showed that wasn't really what you wanted, bro. How you gonna go in there with that game plan and then nut up when shit get hard, bro? Like, bro, I'm so disgusted as a boxing fan. Like, you ain't got no heart. Like, I would say you could salvage his career if the man went in there and got his ass knocked out, bro. Like, if he got knocked out and he was swinging and shit, I'd be like, all right, bro, I want to see you again. But the fact that I know you a hoe now, bro, like, I know you a hoe. I know for a fact you a hoe. Man, them dudes gonna eat your ass like anybody. I don't give a damn who y'all can tell me that he faster than them. All I'm gonna ask is, bro, are they willing to take a shot and come forward? And do they got heart? If the answer is yes, based off what I seen last time, I got whoever that is versus Colbert, bro. The dude a hoe, bro. You can't get that shit back. Once you do that shit, it's over for you, bro. There's no coming back for what he did the other night, bro. Dude is gonna look at him and laugh at him now. You already ain't had no power to begin with, bro. So very disappointed, waste of talent, all that gimmicky shit these dudes try to do, bro. At least wait till you won something first, dog. Because now you out here bad, like he said, you exposed for the fraud and the hoe that you are, and now you ain't got nowhere to go, bro. Hopefully, in primetime chicken. I hope you got a good recipe, bro. I really hope you got a good primetime chicken recipe, bro, for your restaurants and shit. Because that's your only shot. You open you up some more restaurants and shit, and you fry some chicken, and you provide good customer service. Maybe you can be the ghetto Chick-fil-A or some shit. I don't know. But it's over with for him, bro. That's all I got. You can pass to the
man.
next.
I said front row, right? It was a couple years ago, and I seen Primetime get bullied like that before. I seen him get bullied. So this ain't the first time, but the only thing is he was able to win. You know what I'm saying? He won, but because the dude he was fighting was a bum and he ain't have no punching power. This time he was in there with somebody that was bullying him that had punching power. You feel me? So this ain't the first time. You know what I'm saying? Coach.
Well, he fucked up Gary Russell Jr.'s money. That's one thing he did.
Yeah.
And all of that talking and shit. That's why all that talking don't mean a damn thing. And what people don't understand is, bro, Hector Garcia was a hell of a fucking amateur, bro. People don't realize that shit. That dude can fucking fight, bro. And that dude,
He was an Olympian, wasn't he, Coach?
He was an Olympian. That dude can fucking fight, bro. The thing that he ought to be more embarrassed about, that dude took that shit on 2 or 3 weeks' notice, boy, and got in there and fucked your ass, bro. You might as well just go on, bro, because you can't go online. Your social media is fucked because they're gonna troll the shit out of him because he always on social media talking shit. And you talking about fucking with Shakur? Shakur he told us this shit. Shakur said we went and he was talking shit, so they went in the hallway at a hotel, and Shakur beat the shit out of him. He said, I beat his little ass. So this ain't nothing new, bro. This ain't nothing new. This dude, he tried to market himself. He thought that was gonna be he was going in there with somebody sweet. That dude ain't fucking sweet, bro. That dude got a hell of an amateur career. That dude is an Olympian, and that dude fucking fight.
Coach, my bad. I forgot to read my man Tim Muse's super chat, man. Let me get this super chat before it disappeared. My man Tim Muse in that super chat, I appreciate you. He says Colbert should have went out on his shield. He says, I haven't heard the crowd boo that much since Chavez Jr. versus Jacobs. Man, you right. You right about that one.
Fast, bro. That's some whole shit, bro. And that man had the nerve. That man had the nerve to be criticizing Deontay Wilder like that, bro. Then you go out there and show that you a whole hoe and a half, bro.
Not only that, you gonna talk about black folks. You gonna talk about us. That's the thing. You gonna turn on your own fucking people, you fucking dickhead. So you get what you get. Nah, that's it. You look like a damn fool with your legs up in the air, all your little fucking cups doing and all of that shit. Got your balls all stuck in your booty. The nigga to knock your balls into your booty, boy. You fucked up, boy. You fucked up, boy. Ain't nothing you can do.
Shit.
Ain't nothing you can do. But just go sit down somewhere, bro. Go fry some fucking chicken, bro. Just chill out, bro. Don't run your mouth no more. Right? If anything, he needs to learn not to run his fucking mouth. That's it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the same shit, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, he was a good fighter, but he talked so much shit. And when that bitch lost to Marco Antonio Barrera, I was so fucking happy, boy. When Naseem Hamed lost, I can't stand that shit.
Yeah, I was hurt. I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt when Naseem lost.
I was salty too. I love Naseem.
Oh my dude.
Cause you know what, your boy was tearing his ass up. Cause I was pulling for your boy Kevin Kelly.
Kevin Kelly, yeah.
And Kevin Kelly dropped him, and he got up, then he popped the fuck out of Kevin Kelly and dropped his ass and stopped him. I was like, bitch, you was winning the fucking fight, bro. That shit, I didn't like that talking, and it was blowing him up so much. But he was a showman, and that's what he tried. But he not good as Naseem. Naseem was a hard punching motherfucker. You got to give him that. You know what I'm saying?
And Naseem could fight in that pocket.
Yeah, he could fight. You know, but this boy here, man, you need to shut up, bro. Just go on about your business, man, because you have nothing to say, bro. This dude came in there and washed your ass, and I mean beat your ass, bro. That dude bro.
Hey, Mac World Media said, "Welcome to Primetime Chicken. I'm Christopher. Can I take your order?"
Bro, he didn't even make it close, bro. He lost by like 11 rounds on everybody's scorecard, bro.
Shit. He fucked my part, man. Fuck his blue head ass. He fucked my goddamn Smurf looking motherfucker. Fuck my parlay up.
But you see,
man, his dumb ass kept walking. He kept rotating clockwise into the right hand. I'm looking at this shit like you supposed to go the other way.
Yeah,
nah, the fact that he came out,
he had a thong on under the under his shirt.
He came out on some shit that like a power puncher like Tank Davis would do. Like he came out in a high guard trying to go toe to toe. I'm like, bro, you can't punch, fam. You can't punch at all. Like, bro, that was the stupidest shit I ever seen. I was like, oh, this got to be some dumbass shit.
You said he got
Malinaji power.
How you train a fighter who quit on you?
No, he did not come out in the high guard, man. He came out trying to box and he felt that level. He couldn't.
No, bro, go watch round one, Batman. After that dude hit him, he tried to show he was tough. He tried to show he was a dog, and he just stood there in his high guard and got close in there like he was about to walk through some shit, bro.
Yeah, but he's tried to box, and so that shit wouldn't work. And then he tried to go with the inside game. That shit wasn't working.
Man,
his
ring got killed.
Man, even when the nigga started running, he was running into the right hand.
Oh, Showbox generation.
He said he got to go back to the Showbox generation.
Nah,
they go downgrade. He said they go downgrade him.
Hell nah, kid, they need downgrade his ass to some local fight gym in New York, bro. Like,
man, that man pissed out
in a
man.
fight club.
Yeah, bro. You don't come back once you show everybody you a hoe, bro. Like, bro, it's over with for you. Like, maybe you can be some journeyman and shit, but bro, he done it. When I say done, y'all, I'm just talking about the highest level.
Nah,
bro.
How do you train a fighter who quit on you? How?
Last time I checked, we went in chronological order.
Nah, he'd have got more respect if he been down on his mouthpiece and just went for the gusto, man. But
Batman, Money trying to get gangsta on us. Let's let Money go. He can all.
You tuck your tail like It was like a
y'all,
dog fight.
y'all. Let me go. Money, jump in here.
Thank you, Knockout.
Money don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Nah, but I do agree with Knockout, bro. I feel like that motherfucker, he was trying to bang. I said the same shit Knockout said. I say, first of all, when they said the scorecard, I mean not the scorecard, they said the record, and you seen that 6 knockouts on that nigga shit. I say, nigga, please do not come out trying to knock nobody out because you don't got no power. But like Earl said, bro, all that pretty shit look good when you winning. You know what I'm saying? You come out there with all these colorful ass colors on, nigga look like every fucking crayon in the fucking crayon box, right? Then you take it inside that ring. But it's just crazy how the universe pay you back like that, bro. You say Shakur don't got no dog. That nigga said Shakur don't got no dog, bro. Like, and I'm like, man, that nigga crazy as hell. Matter of fact, was that man you talking earlier that day, Q, and I said he said that shit about Shakur?
Yeah.
He got no dog in him, man. I'm like, just talking reckless, bro. And you take your ass out there and you get put in a position where you can show that you got dog in you. Even if you would have lost, nigga, you would have got more respect going down that motherfucking dogging it out than running your ass around that ring and Shakur Stevenson putting your ass on blast, Earl Spence putting your ass on blast. You know, Wilder ain't worrying about all that. It's probably into something else. But like you say, Wilder got punched on, and then you said Earl was going to lose to Danny Garcia, and you got your ass whooped the heck to Garcia, motherfucker. So now we're looking at the situation with him, bro. I already knew he wasn't like that, bro. I knew Lil B-Hop wasn't like that, bro. First of all, he talked too much, right? He really didn't do shit for him to be talking the way he was talking. That's how I felt. Like Coach said, he do got a skill set where he can box, bro. And he look good boxing. But nigga, you supposed to be a boxer trying to hit and not get hit, like Knockout said. You got this motherfucker trying to knock this man out, knowing your power ain't doing shit to this man. Nothing at all, bro. And then you going back to the ropes and getting punched on. You take your ass back to the ropes and getting your ass punched on. Like you said, Bet, he tried to fight 3 different styles and none of them motherfuckers didn't help his ass out. Not one of them, bro. Not one style helped his ass out last night, bro. And that was pretty pathetic. So I'm like, Knockout, bro. If you can punch and you can take a shot, you go whoop his ass. If you can punch and you can take a shot, you go whoop Chris Colbert ass, bro. And I don't know what the fuck you go after this. Like, in a press conference, all he said was he was trying to survive. Bro, as a fighter, you don't never say no shit like that, bro. You don't never say no shit like that. They keep about win. I was just trying to survive. Like, what? Oh,
You said that shit, bro.
I ain't said that shit.
bro.
Hell no, bro.
He done, folks. So when I look at little Chris Colbert ass, bro, like, nobody want to eat no chicken from no loser spot, bro. You feel me?
He gotta get a shadow investor, bro.
Yeah, bro. That nigga, ain't nobody wanted that shit, motherfucker. That's Chris Colbert's spot. I ain't want to eat that shit. That nigga embarrassed the shit out of us. We ain't give that nigga no money. You feel me? So
get a ghost rider for
yeah, bro. Yeah, so you go hang your ass around Danny Garcia and whoever else you want to hang around with. So you hang out with fighters. You need to start hanging out with fighters, motherfucker, to get some heart from them, because that shit that was pretty pathetic, though, bro. Like, for real, like, even my man stopped, didn't he? My man stopped, like, nigga, what's up?
Yeah, like, what are you running for, bro? I thought you stopped, like, dog.
Yeah, who
losing 11 rounds to 0. Why you still running?
But that Batman the coach said he should have been brought for the 2 week notice, bro. That man came out there on a 2 week notice, bro, and punched on your punk ass, bro. But yeah, I don't know where to go from here, bro. Like, I'm not saying he can't redeem himself, but boy, you got to do some special shit out there. You don't need to be Shakur Stevenson to redeem yourself. That's the only how your ass gonna get some credibility. And we know Shakur gonna fuck your ass up.
Man, he getting that shit with Shakur Stevenson, bro. That's gonna be damn near attempted murder, bro.
Imagine if he had a fought Tank. Imagine if they had to put him. See, this is where Mayweather Promotions, like, this what gets on my nerves about them. They could have made Chris Colbert and Tank. They could have made that fight. Now imagine if he had a fought Tank.
Man, Tank would kill that dude, man.
Tank would have knocked him the fuck out.
Yeah, we would have been talking to. He still would have been.
What he said would have been a lot of buzz behind that shit.
If he fights Shakur, Chris Colbert gonna get out the ring with no ears, because he gonna beat the ears off that motherfucker, bro. I promise you. That boy,
man, Shakur Stevenson
to a real Smurf.
Shakur Stevenson punched that dude till his hair turned back to his natural color.
What?
Shit, I don't
Yeah.
think he beat Jamel Herring.
I wish Gary would have got him.
Man, that's what I was saying back. He messed up Gary money, bro. He messed up the money, bro.
Oh, fact.
Gary,
Man,
stop.
let me read this a super chat real quick. My man Zenith360 says Colbert a gimmick. He said he disrespected Wilder, Spence, and Shakur to attract the anti-PBC and anti-black crowd. He says, now who is there to fall? He said, now who is there to fall back on? Because the same people that was gassing him disappeared. We knew that was going. I said that shit was going to happen when he was doing all of that shit. You know what
Be
I'm
trying to tell the people, keep trying to fuck with people that don't fuck with you. Keep on. Shit ain't gonna work out well for you, bro.
Hey, coach, my son come on. One of them niggas from New Orleans or something.
Hey, my man, Zenith3. My man, KG Alexander in that super chat. He says, like I said, his ass soft. Need to keep. He said, like I said, his soft ass need to keep Shakur out his mouth. He said, we got fried chicken, baked chicken, grilled chicken, and chicken sandwiches. For real. Hey,
Man, I'm looking at the.
He can't walk today when they open up the stove. When they open up his chicken spot, he couldn't go in there. He needs to call somebody. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I can't show my face. Go down there and open up the spot for me.
Man, that nigga ain't gonna be on social.
I'm looking at the punch stats right now. That man Chris Colbert threw 5 punches in round 11 and 9 punches in round 12, bro.
Hey, where he throw him to? The air?
He landed 1 of 5 punches. He landed 1 of 5 punches in round 11 and 3 of 9 punches in round 12, bro.
That man went out like a bitch, man.
That man, bro.
Hey, my man Slick T say all that primetime shit. Dion want his shit back. Yeah, man, give Dion, man. How you gonna disrespect my man Prime like that? How you gonna disrespect Prime like that? Y'all see Prime back there. How you gonna disrespect my man like that? Give him his shit back.
Listen, I get Prime was good, but Prime ain't like the tackle, man.
Man, don't come up here with that bullshit.
And that nigga don't like to get hit.
I apologize.
Don't come up here with that bullshit, Batman. Batman finna get blocked.
Come on, man.
Hey.
Don't block me for telling the truth.
Hey, Batman gonna get blocked.
He ain't get paid to tackle back.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? He didn't need to tackle. If you can't catch it on him, what you need to tackle for?
No, he didn't. But
let me say this: when you not tackling, you go out there, you become the greatest corner of all time. Man, that speaks for itself, bro.
I understand that, but
Jalen Ramsey, that tackling cornerback though.
That's volume.
Listen, I saw in some clippings with him and Burry saying he made decisions. That's all. That's all I be saying.
I mean, he made decisions to pick your ass off every time you went to his side.
Oh yeah, coverage. He was like that. But you know, that's just like motherfucking Chris Colbert. He made a decision.
Hey, man, y'all gonna have to chill out with all these chicken tender jokes and shit, man. I'm hungry as a motherfucker right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm hungry as shit. Hey, my man Neil FT. He said primetime chicken laid. He said primetime chicken laid in a clown suit. Real talk. What happened? I missed what. Man, I'm hungry as hell right now.
What else y'all gonna talk about?
I got a question for y'all right quick before we get off Colbert.
Yeah.
How do you fix a fighter who quit?
You know he ain't got it in him. Coach, how you
as a trainer?
Coach? Ain't nothing you can do, bro. He just got he gotta get serious and want to fight. And if he don't show you nothing after the next fight, then he need to go. That's it.
Because did y'all hear the trainer talking to him?
I wouldn't just cut him off just from one fight like that. That dude was too much, bro. That dude was too strong for him too, So it is what it is, bro. You just have to see him in his next fight. But he needs to shut his mouth. That's the main thing. Shut your mouth.
Bro, that shit remind me of Saddam Ali and Hamid Munguia, bro.
Yeah. Shut up, bro. You talking too much.
It's some shit he gotta fix himself, bro. That's some shit with inside you as a man that you just gotta decide you ain't gonna be a hoe no more. That ain't
that's something you can't do, bro. Either you have heart,
as a
or
man,
you don't.
because not all.
It's just like the chin. Either you got a chin or you don't, bro. Either you got heart or you ain't no way in hell you go just today I got heart. Nah.
Yeah, fact.
But that's like we were saying in the Gary Antuanne Russell fight. When you see Gary Antuanne get hit, he fight harder.
Yeah.
Some people just got that shit, bro. That's why I like them type of fighters. Shit.
He hit that nigga. He hit that nigga so hard. I think it was the 9th round. No, he was on the rope. He hit that nigga so hard when he smelled it on his lick back. He tried to get that motherfucker back, and he see that it ain't do shit, bro.
Yeah, that motherfucker trying to go in there in the hot guard with power like Paulie Malignaggi and shit. Oh, if you don't get this shit up out of here.
Paulie got more heart than that nigga though.
Yeah, he do. Hell yeah.
Paulie had more heart than him, so shit. And Paulie was a real champion. He actually won a championship.
Paulie ain't duck nobody either.
Paulie would get his ass beat though. Paulie would get his ass, and he was.
Why you keep talking about my leftovers?
I mean, don't talk about my side piece. Don't talk about my side piece.
Talk about my side piece.
You know,
my side piece. Why you keep talking about my side piece, bro?
But that AB fight, that was a little close fight though. Paulie fought his ass off.
Yeah, because he's throwing a million punches and AB don't throw no punches.
What shocked me though, Keith, when Paulie beat Zab, I know Coach wants to move on to the next stop, and I'm with you, Coach. But when Paulie beat Zab Judah, bro, that shit shocked the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Oh, yeah. That shit shocked me too. My man Tim Muse Skywalker says, my uncle Bobby Chacon, 2-time champ, would have made Colbert his bitch. Them 70s and 80s featherweights were killers. Man, salute to you, man. I didn't know that was your uncle. I know who that is.
Yeah, that's his uncle. Yeah, he ain't lying either.
I know who that is for sure.
Beat the shit out of his ass, bro.
Hell yeah. Motherfucker was a monster.
Tough as nails.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go. We about to get ready to wrap it up, y'all. We've been in here for almost 2.5 hours. I'm gonna go around the panel and everybody give me their last words. So I'm gonna start with who? I'm gonna start with my man Outside the Box Media. Give me your last word. Let everybody know where to find you at.
Man, we at Outside the Box Media. You click on the link, man. We working though. I tell you that, man. We got some film dropping this week. I did finish the Bivol Canelo fight, so that'll be dropping in the next 2-3 days. But yeah,
your mama called.
I think he cut out. You cut out for a minute. You cut out.
Yeah, we definitely working, man. Outside the Box Media. Come get some of this film. Come get some work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. We're gonna go to my man Money Brown TV. Let them know what time you coming on tonight. Let them know if they don't already know. I'm pretty sure they already know.
Yeah, y'all know we going on at 8 p.m. Central Time, wherever you're at. You feel me? Much love, much appreciated, man. Thank everybody for supporting my brother Keith because he deserves it. All love, all love. Shouts out to everybody that was on the panel. I was trying to catch the boy before he jumped up off that thing. I was looking for his channel. I can't find it. So, you know, they got to shoot it to me, Keith. Outside the box media. Yeah, but it's all love, man. Y'all follow me right here at Money Brown TV. If y'all not following me already, follow me on Instagram at Money_the Writer. We show every fight every Saturday night, right? No matter how big, no matter how small. Pay-per-view and all. So if y'all need somewhere to watch the fight, y'all come on over and show love, man. Shouts out to my brother Knockout. Shouts out to my brother Bet. And for sure, shouts out to Coach. Coach jumped out the panel as well. You feel me? But, you know, we're going to keep working, man. We're going to keep working. Much love, everybody.
Yes,
salute,
sir,
bro.
Yes, sir. And my man Zenith 360 off in that super chat again. He said Spence flat-footed and lost to a flat-footed guy. Right. Exactly.
That's tough right there.
Hey, man. Hey. It's a bad look for Chris. I don't know where he go. From here. Knockout. Get your last word.
Man. Bro, appreciate you having the fire-ass show as always, man. Get a brother through the afternoon and shit. But y'all can find me right here, man. YouTube, we drop daily videos every single day. I dropped a video today about Andre Ward talking about body language as a scoring criteria. He did that shit in the Valdez fight, and he did that shit in this fight with Josh Taylor. So y'all go check that video out. We also dropped a video today about Josh Taylor moving up to 147 pounds. Be sure to check that out. Live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central. Live Friday night on 7:30 p.m. Central. And then you can catch me live Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Time with the Singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network. Salute to Money Brown TV, my brother Keith, and everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all showing my brother love by smashing the like button. Everybody that gave me super chats and all that shit, man. Y'all keep this shit growing, bro, so we can keep talking this boxing because we love the sport, bro. And that's all I got, man. Salute to y'all boys, man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. And y'all get the likes up. Y'all hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button, make sure that you hit the like button before you leave the building. Hit the like button. Get the likes up. And y'all already know. Appreciate all my brothers on the panel. Another great show. Appreciate everybody that's in the chat, commented in the chat. Everybody that came through, supported the channel with a super chat. And much love to everybody. I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is. We will be back same place, same time tomorrow. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all.